he would show a spark, and it would be ups.
Hey, everybody.
Hey!
Welcome. Before the Growl. That's Ireland's voice. I'm here, and Em is here. And what, Ireland, how was the week? Long weekend. What'd you do all weekend? Did you play some golf?
Played a lot of golf, went out on the lake a lot. It's pretty good living up here in Idaho.
It's super hot here. What's the temperature up there?
It gets into the 90s in the afternoons, but like right now it is 78.
Oh, God, that's beautiful. Right now it is probably 90 here.
And muggy.
Yeah,
I
very
think this is the first
humid
time
here.
it's ever been humid since I've lived in LA, which is very strange to think about.
So,
all right, Emily, I have a more important question.
Yes.
In your email this morning, you made reference to a 30 Rock movie. Now, Mason and I love 30 Rock.
Yes.
Like, we more than two adult men probably should. Tell me that this is true, or did I misunderstand, or what is happening?
Okay, so are you guys aware of there's a movie coming out called Ebenezer, and it's on the origin story of Scrooge.
Yes.
And it's from Ty West, who is a horror film director, which is very interesting. So I was saying this is the most 30 Rock seeming movie I've ever seen pitched to anybody.
Right.
It is not literally
what does
a 30
that
Rock
mean?
Oh, well, it's not actually 30 Rock.
What I'm saying is, you know how in 30 Rock, Jenna would say, like, oh, they couldn't get the rights to the Janis Joplin movie, so they call it Janet Dorp Jop or whatever.
Okay, yeah, right.
So in 30 Rock, they often will say, oh, this is a ridiculous premise of a movie.
Oh, I see.
And then these guys are in it. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, like a 30 Rock
Oh, man,
style
you got our
movie.
hopes up.
Sorry.
Yeah, that is, there's no 30
That
Rock
ain't
movie,
right.
I will say,
unfortunately.
have you seen the trailer for the Jimmy Stewart biopic?
No,
That
who's,
is the
who's
most-
playing
Oh,
Jimmy
that's-
Stewart?
And no one I know about.
AJ Apka, something
I don't
like
know
that.
who he is.
He's from a show called Riverdale.
I will say it looks like a 30 Rock spoof of a
It
Jimmy
does.
Stewart movie.
It's not looking promising.
Does
It does not look good.
Not look good
No,
at
thank
all.
you.
Now, have both of you now seen the Christopher Nolan movie, Odyssey?
Yes.
All right. Did you, what letter grade, Mace, what?
A+. I was
Emily,
just,
how about you?
Also an A+. It's very good.
Oh,
I
that
think it's his
good.
best.
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's an amazing movie. And we were
I saw it again on Saturday morning at
Did you?
7 a.m. So that was my second time I
Wait,
saw
the
it.
theater was open at 7 a.m.?
Yeah, they're having showings at 2 a.m., at
Yeah.
3 a.m., at
Was
7
anyone
a.m.
else? Was anyone else in there?
It was completely full, sold out. At
Yeah,
7
at
a.m.
7
on
a.m.
Saturday.
so get this, John. The movie did 100 million plus last week. This week it did like 87 million. It's the smallest drop ever in terms of box office for a
From
movie that
week
did
one to week
$100
two?
million.
Yes.
Yeah, it was down
It's-
only 30%.
Because we witnessed it this year, too, with Obsession,
Yeah.
which grew its second week as opposed to dropping, which is so rare. I also want to tell you about something else I did this weekend. Well, yesterday, my friends and I went to the Angel City game,
Okay.
and my friend rented us a party bus.
Okay.
To go?
I've
go
done that.
To this. It was an awesome time. It was
It's
just like
very
12 of us
fun.
in the party bus. There was a pole in there that people had fun with. It was a really great time. And
How many people in the party bus?
12, I think.
Oh, that's
total.
good. Yeah.
I was the DJ. I was commended for my DJ skills. And then we were part of ACSC. They have these packages where it's like free food and drink with the package that we got or whatever. And my
Right.
friend is the one who paid for all of this. She's just is like our generous donor to this.
All right,
to
so
this
no, you
Sunday.
guys didn't all have to split the party bus. Your
Nope.
friend picked up the tab.
So she picked up the tab for the party bus and
That's a good
the
friend,
ticket.
by the way.
Yeah.
And I had a fantastic time, and I'm feeling a little worse for wear today, but I had an awesome time.
So was the game Saturday or Sunday?
It was yesterday.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
It was a Sunday fun day. I'll just say that.
So I'm going to make a strong recommendation for a documentary that I saw this weekend. It's called Too Funny to Fail, The Life and Death of the Dana Carvey Show. Dana Carvey did a show right after he peaked on SNL, did his own sketch variety show.
The Mug Root Beer Dana
The
Carvey
Mug
Show.
Root Beer Dana
Okay,
Carvey
'cause
Show,
I've
yes.
seen the clip from this.
Oh,
because
it's so hilarious.
they're doing it was like a preview of like the days of like what was going to be on Friday or
It
something
came
like that.
on after Home Improvement.
So
yeah.
there's a sketch, a moment where there was a very serious Home Improvement episode where this kid thinks that they have cancer and are gonna die.
Yes.
So it's like it's a very serious promo before, and then it's followed by the Dana Carvey root beer mug root
so
beer
they
show.
sold the sponsorship every week, John, to a sponsor. So it was the Taco Bell Dana Carvey show. It was the mug root beer Dana Carvey show.
What streaming service is the doc on?
It's on Hulu, and it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, we always talk about that sketch on Saturday Night Live where Gerald Ford was eaten by wolves today. So that was on the last episode of the Dana Carvey show, which never aired, and then they brought it over to Saturday Night Live along with the ambiguous gay duo, and both those things went from the Dana Carvey show to SNL.
So if you listen to all the, like, you and all three of us have always said, like, who's the funniest person ever to come out of SNL?
Yeah.
For me, it's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, for me, it's Will Ferrell.
Yeah, and I think, you had Tina Fey high on your list.
Yeah, no
and
wrong answer.
Kristen Wiig. Right. There's no wrong.
Tina Fey, Amy Poehler.
Yeah, if you ask, I just saw, like, a month ago, a sit-down interview with Kevin Nealon, Dennis Miller, and David Spade, and they all say it's Carvey.
Really?
They say Carvey was so funny, like that they broke character because of Carvey.
But I feel like Carvey had less of a post SNL than the people that we met.
Right. Well, but
Wayne's World was a huge success.
Yes.
Mike Myers and
Master
Dana
Disguise.
Carvey might have been able to retire
Hans
off of
and
those
Franz.
Wayne's
He
World
had
movies.
so many of the running Church Lady. He had so many.
He
of those.
does a pod now, Mace, called Fly on the Wall with Spade that is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I just think, like, generally, like, my age group, I know Dana Carvey and I know his sketches, but I don't think he has the same cultural power as, like, Eddie Murphy, the people that we already mentioned.
All right, the doc is called Too Funny to Fail, John. Watch it. You will. It is right up your
I'll watch it
alley.
tonight.
Yeah, it's a great one. All right, coming up, we got through Before the Growl without talking about LeBron, but John, this will be your first chance to talk about LeBron James and his move to Philadelphia.
I told you. You got to start listening to me, man.
I will someday. I haven't listened to you in 30 years. I don't know why I would
start
start
now.
Exactly. Coming at you next, Mason in Ireland on the radio, on the app, and on the YouTube.
Rumors partner of the Cleveland Browns. So.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just circulating rumors.
Yeah, but nobody, I don't think anybody circulated that except you.
Did. Yeah,
You're the only one that knew.
Well, that was right.
Yeah, it was me who did. What are you doing?
Yeah, that was me.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
You know the feeling. That rush when you reach that goal? Make somebody brag a little back home? That's success. And at University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why UMGC offers an accredited skills-based education that helps move your career forward. We'll teach you how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science, plus build your skills in leadership, communication, and critical thinking. Explore more than 100 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. With affordable and online programs, you can unlock new opportunities to help you succeed again. At UMGC, success is yours for the taking and the making, and nothing should keep you from it, especially not an application fee. Apply now and we'll waive your application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu.
The home of the Lakers, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Monday afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Monday, the 27th of July, 2026. The Hall of Famers are here. Mason, Steve Mason, and Johnny I, John Ireland. Johnny I live from the Idaho compound. Well, today is the first day we get to hear Ireland's reaction on LeBron going to the 76ers. You know, Johnny I wasn't on Friday when we had that story. We'll talk about that. Plus, Rams training camp is underway. Mason and Ireland will be live from training camp on Wednesday. And we got Dodgers baseball. Gosh, you can taste the fall, right? Big Ten Media Day tomorrow for USC and UCLA. Training camps here. It's an extravaganza. And producer Emily's here. Producer Brian Cohen. The social team in the back end. Let's do it.
It looks like a dragon from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Over the opening ceremonies,
No strings, no nothing. It looks like there's just a freaking dragon in the sky.
Okay.
If I was in the opening ceremonies, I would have pooped my pants. Because
is that right?
This is a dragon.
So with that said, let's get this show on.
Show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Your Monday afternoon in the Southland right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What is going on? Me, BC, and M here in L.A. John at the fabulous Idaho compound. John, I thought of you Friday as all the LeBron James news was breaking.
Yeah.
LeBron James to Philly. I'm like, what is John thinking? What is John thinking about LeBron going to Philly?
I think they're going to be absolutely loaded.
Yep.
If they stay healthy, I think they're going to win 55 or more games. And I now think they're the team to beat in the East. I don't know if they're good enough to beat San Antonio or Oklahoma City or maybe a surprise rising team out of the West like the Lakers or Denver or Houston, but I think they're going to win the East. What do you think?
I think they are going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals and could very well beat the Knicks. That would be a great Eastern Conference Finals, by the way. John, I on paper, like all these teams on paper, the Lakers are really interesting. This has a super team kind of look to it. Those 5 starters, if you count Embiid being healthy, that is a dynamic starting lineup. Now, I would imagine that it's going to take some time. Remember, it took time in Miami when Bosh Wade and LeBron got together. They started out kind of slow and finally picked it up. It's going to take some time to see what they've got on the floor and to get the pieces together because there are 3 pretty ball-dominant guys there.
All right, so let's give a little context to what you just said. They did start slow. Remember, they started 8 and 7.
Yep.
But they made the finals that year.
Yeah, that's true.
They lost. They ended up losing to Dallas, but to your point, because they weren't quite all on the same page, but they made the finals 4 years in a row, and then LeBron left, and he made the finals 4 years in a row with Cleveland.
Yeah.
So if I'm a Sixers fan, I'm super excited about what they put together. And as I've told you before, Tyrese Maxey's the most underrated player in the league.
Well, it was a huge part of this because he's a clutch guy, and LeBron has known him since he was a teenager and has some trust for him. And by the way,
Jaylen Brown's really good.
Nick Nurse is a clutch guy. He's enough, and Gansey, the GM, has known LeBron since he was a teenager. There were lots of elements of comfortability in there, although he says not about family, not about money, about winning a championship.
Well, obviously. Why else would you move to Philly?
Yeah. Well, he's really moving to New York and is going to commute to Philly.
You think so?
No,
Wilt used to do that.
That's what Brian Windhorst said. That's what Shams said, that he's that's the plan right now is for him to live in New York, commute down.
It's not that long of a commute.
It's not. But if I'm a Philly fan, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Well, if you're going to play for us, why don't you live in Philly?
Oh, I don't
be part
think
of
they
our
care.
town, be part of our community, be part of our Blaze Pizza grand opening in Philly.
I think if I'm a Sixers fan, I only care that he shows up for the games. I don't care where he lives.
Well, that's
Do you
now,
care if Aaron
John.
Donald comes back? Do you care where he lives?
No, it makes no difference to me, but this is LeBron James.
Like if Aaron Donald lived in
Aaron
San
Donald's
Diego.
on a comparable scale to that.
They are getting ready to boo LeBron James even as we speak. I don't know if it'll be in November or December or when it'll be, but at some point LeBron will be booed because that's Philadelphia, and he's LeBron.
Right, but they normally don't boo their own
They
guys
booed Mike
unless
Schmidt.
they screw up. Yeah, but if he
Hall of
screws up,
Famer.
they'll boo.
They booed Santa.
They did.
They
but
booed Trey
they would
Turner.
argue that Santa was drunk.
They just booed Trey Turner last week when
well,
the
they've been
Dodgers
booing
were in
him
town.
since he got there.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he is entering. If LeBron thinks, and we don't know this, if he thinks he got a raw deal in LA, if he feels like he was never fully appreciated, and the media was really tough on him. Good
I don't
luck
think
in
the
Philly.
media was tough on him. I think the fans were tough on him. I don't think the fans ever accepted him. Most of the media, well, not most.
Well,
but
the
you
media's
did-
kinda
like
got
you're
no
a good
choice.
example. You're a good example of this. You didn't hate LeBron.
No,
I mean, there
no,
are people
no.
at our station that did.
Yeah.
But I mean, Platschke did. He wrote the "Don't let the door hit you on the way out" column.
That Travis took that line and ran with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the most, and I get ripped for this, and I don't care. It's the biggest disconnect of my career.
Yeah.
That people didn't like LeBron. They ran him out of town on a rail. I've never figured out why, but it happened, and now we all have to live with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, everybody's moving on.
Yep.
Everybody's moving on. And I think
gleefully, wouldn't you agree?
I think people are pretty happy to move on.
I think you can take pretty out of there.
I think it's good for LeBron and good for LeBron's got an interesting fit and a chance to win a championship. The Lakers have the younger, more athletic team that we've been talking about for a while. And we'll see how the pieces fit. We'll see exactly whether or not Rob Pelinka made the right choices, bet on the right players. But I think everybody kind of got what they wanted.
Yeah, I was laughing because there was some guy that I wish I could remember his name. I'd never heard of him. He was some reporter for the Sporting News.
Yep.
And he came out every week and he goes, one of the biggest misconceptions out there is that the Laker fans didn't appreciate LeBron. They did.
Yeah, I did.
Boy,
I saw that
guy,
too.
Is that guy out of touch?
Yeah.
He either doesn't live in L.A. or never listens to the radio or just doesn't get it.
Yeah.
But if you think LeBron was embraced by Laker fans, you have been either drunk or tuned out.
Yeah.
He never was.
That's a Sporting News guy?
I think so. I never heard of him.
The Sporting News is still a thing? God, I used to get the Sporting News when I was a kid. We were so excited when the Sporting News got there.
It was kind of like the serious sports fan always signed up for the
So
Sporting News.
here's how far I go back with the Sporting News. When we started in fantasy baseball 40 years ago in this league that I'm in right now, the only way you could keep score was by when the Sporting News came, you added up everybody's stats to figure out where your team was.
Right.
Actually physically wrote it down. And the Sporting News, man, I live for those box scores. I live for those stories. I live for those fantasy football previews and all that stuff they used to do. So I'm glad it's still around, even though this guy doesn't seem to know what's going on.
Can I paint a picture for you guys?
Yes, sure. Yes.
So
Get out your paintbrush.
Let's get to next May.
Okay.
And the Sixers are eliminated in the second round of the playoffs.
Ooh.
And we had Joel Embiid missed one game for an injury, but everybody else played the rest of the games.
Okay.
And Embiid had, played some games, missed some games during the season, but it wasn't one of his worst seasons missing games.
Okay.
So with the Sixers being bounced in the second round, who do you think Philly will blame more?
LeBron
or Embiid?
LeBron.
It's a good question.
You know it's LeBron. Just say it.
LeBron tends to get blamed for everything.
He'll be blamed for the weather in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I laugh at people who call the show, and Sports Graffiti's coming up in an hour, and say, oh, LeBron's not going to get booed. What? When LeBron comes back here, he's getting booed.
You think so?
I would be willing to bet anything you want on it.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess there's a track record, right? Shaq got booed.
They booed Shaq.
Yeah,
Shaq's good now, but when he first came back, they booed him, and we traded him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Huh.
But I do think that this is a prove-it year for Joel Embiid. This is going to be the best team he's had. And if he can't get a team with Jaylen Brown, who's going to be there every night, going to play hard every night, and LeBron James past the second round of the postseason, it's Embiid's fault.
Right, but here's the thing. Embiid, and it'll all come down to health. I mean, Embiid has played fewer games in the last 2 years than LeBron played last year. I mean, Embiid only played 38 games last year. Now, if it's me, I'm load managing like crazy. I'm second night of a back-to-back. I don't want LeBron playing second night of – I want those guys in April. It's great to put on a show all season long, but, they're going to be the 2 seed or the 3 seed as they are, and I want those guys healthy in the postseason, or what's the point?
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
Tyrese Maxey will lead the Sixers in scoring this year.
Ooh.
That's how good that kid is. He is, and I think last year he was top 5 in scoring, so this isn't a revelation by any means. But, Embiid's won a scoring title. LeBron is the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Jaylen Brown averaged 25-plus a game last year. Maxey's going to be the one who leads them in scoring.
Want to hear something crazy?
He's going to have the ball.
Number 1 last year in fast break points, Tyrese Maxey. No, it's Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, really?
Number 2 is LeBron. Jaylen Brown is number 10, and VJ Edgecombe is number 14.
But then where is Joel Embiid? Probably way behind there.
Joel Embiid is dragging his ass.
I will say, and NBA Today is talking about this right now, their usage rate. So of those guys, so VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, and then Joel Embiid.
I would imagine, can I guess?
Go ahead.
I would imagine that Jaylen Brown had the highest usage rate.
He was tied, I believe,
with Maxey?
With LeBron,
I
think, for their usage rate. So it was, but they're all almost to the 30s, if not at 30s, in their usage rate, and there's only one ball.
Yeah, they're high-usage players, no doubt about it, and that's what they're going to have to work out. And you almost wonder if LeBron's going to have to settle into a role like he did in March for the Lakers, where he becomes sort of subtly that third guy because of Maxey.
Well, when LeBron did that, the Lakers were really
worked.
good.
It worked like crazy.
Yeah.
Here's my advice to Philly. Give him the game ball whenever he wants it. You get the game ball. Just give it to him. All right, so, John, I actually have a little more reaction to this. Charles Barkley's talking about LeBron and his move, among other people. Let's get into that coming up next. Don't worry, it will not be all LeBron today. The Rams have opened training camp, which is exciting. We are going to be there on Wednesday. Myles Garrett will be our guest on Wednesday at Rams training camp. And we're waiting on Aaron Donald news, all that stuff. So we're all over everything for you, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Guys, Pizza Hut takes me back old school. Birthday parties, Little League, Friday nights, there was always something special about the Hut. Now, celebrate again with Pizza Hut's new throwback value menu. Iconic favorites like a personal pan pizza, breadsticks, and a 2-liter soda starting at just $4. Feed the family with the original stuffed crust pizza, $11.99 for a one-topping medium. Try new additions like triple cheese, mac, and gooey s'mores sticks. Go to pizzahut.com or order now on the Pizza Hut app.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Hey, LA, it's Bethel Duran, and let me tell you about the summer deals that are sizzling right now at Northridge and Wonders Toyota. How about a brand new 2026 Tacoma for just $259 a month for 36 months plus tax? $259 for a brand new Toyota Tacoma? It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Tacoma model 7146. Total SRP $39,199. Lease and purchase amount of $29,007. $49.99 due at signing includes first month's payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required on approved credit. Tax, title, license are extra. Excludes dealer dock fee of $80. Offer ends 7/31/2026.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Mason and Ireland.
You know what they say? Nobody loses like
sneaky
Steve
bastard.
Mason.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it pays to be a loser, people.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
If you're a loser, it pays.
Back to the guys.
By the way, while Cam Scatterboo was doing flips at the Fanatics Fest,
Yeah.
LeBron gave us a little bit of a clue. Listen to this, LeBron and his appearance at the Fanatics Fest in New York.
Join a franchise that kind of shares the same, Bible as myself, and that's like practicing championship habits every day, but trusting the process more than anything. I think you trust the process of actually getting to that point.
There it was. You trust the process.
So did we all miss it when he basically tried to tell us where he was going?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if he dropped in things for other teams. Well, like, was there a little Miami line he threw in there? Was there a little Minnesota? But I mean, that out and out. If that's the only thing he said related to then we did completely.
Here's the biggest surprise in regards to you.
Yeah,
I can't believe you got suckered by that fake Miami Heat.
I had a source. I had an excellent source.
No, your source was Ramona, and she was wrong, too.
But Momo knows what she's doing, right?
Well,
I mean,
not in this case,
wrong.
apparently.
Not in this case, but honestly, I thought I had a pretty good source in Ramona Shelburne.
Yeah, but the fact that you believe that they sending out a bad, a fake press conference announcement when he's never had a press conference wherever he signed.
Did you see the story about that, by the way? Apparently, the kid or whoever does social media for Miami was going on vacation, and they were trying to work ahead, and they put that in there just in case it happened. Wow. They were gone.
It's Tom Brokaw. Well, Gerald Ford was eaten by wolves. Remember they made up like 15 possible scenarios because he wanted to take the summer off.
Yep.
And so they now come on. What are the odds he'll be eaten by wolves? Hey, you're the one that wants to take the summer off.
I would say Tom Brokaw's like the guy that made millions of dollars for saying 24 of the 26 letters of the alphabet because he really struggled with those L's and those R's.
Yeah. Well, that was Tom Hofart's greatest line ever in it with the old media columnist when he was talking about our friend John Quintero, the coach. He wrote, "The coach was hired to provide X's and O's. It's the other 24 letters he has a problem with."
It's such a funny line.
It's like the greatest line of all time.
All right, so LeBron to Philly. I want to play a couple things for you, John. First of all, this is Charles Barkley on LeBron's decision to go to Philly.
A knock on LeBron for older guys like myself has always been, yo, man, you always stacking your team. He stacked it in Miami. He stacked it in Cleveland. He stacked it in L.A., now he's stacking it in Philly. So that, to me, I'm going to still have the same criticism I've always had. He's always stacked his team.
Said the guy who tried to catch a championship at the very end of his career.
Right, like with Akeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, and I think Scottie Pippen.
Yes.
All were with Charles.
Yeah, I believe that was stacking.
Yeah, I've never really had a problem with anyone ring chasing. They say ring chasing. Well,
right.
Well, of course you're going to try and get play with the best team, right?
Yeah, sometimes I think the Durant one stands out. Only because it was a championship team that Durant State joined. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one I think a little bit differently of. Ryan Clark reacted. I'm sorry, not Ryan Clark. I apologize. This was Jay Will.
Well,
reacted.
Ryan Clark has been in the news.
That is correct.
To say.
Jay Will reacted to the idea of LeBron stacking teams.
People treat player agency as if it's less legitimate than front office agency. So when Red Auerbach finds a way to stack a team, he's exceptional. He's a genius. When Brad Stevens does it, he's a visionary. When Jerry West does it, he's such an incredible leader. But somehow when a player kind of takes in his own agency to do that for himself, then it becomes a character flaw. And I think that's the flaw overall in the argument. Like, this is a different time and an age where players feel as if they're bigger than the franchise. It's the way people follow the game. And I think LeBron James is one of the rare few that, because of his agency and because of the power that comes along with being LeBron James, that he can pick and choose and kind of skew the rails in the direction he wants. And I don't think that's a character flaw. I think it's just the genius of LeBron being a GM and being the player that actually demands that type of control as the player he is, one of the greatest to ever do it.
LeBron James, the GM, did win 4 championships. I mean, he certainly was involved in roster construction in all of those cases. But it is true.
Do you have any problem with him stacking his teams?
Hell no.
Me either.
No, go Go get a ring.
Look at the Rams. The Rams are stacked.
Yeah, go. This is the point. This is the whole point. The Dodgers are stacked.
Right.
It's, of course, Aaron Donald is making the decision about whether to come back. Isn't he joining a stacked team?
Of course.
The difference is that Aaron Donald spent his entire career with that stacked team and never left and didn't jump because that team happens to be stacked. And I know that we talked about.
Right, but Emily, what's wrong with jumping?
No loyalty, and that you're going to a team that sets you up to have an easier path. Obviously, that's just you're going to get judged for that. When you're judged against someone like Michael Jordan, who played most of his career with one team and just stuck it out through the thick and the thin with the team or whatever. Those are who people who don't like LeBron will say about him.
Here is Dennis Rodman talking about LeBron versus MJ.
I don't think MJ is better than LeBron.
Have you ever seen Michael Jordan flop? That's all I need to say. Look, basketball isn't about how long you play. It's about how high your game goes when it matters. Longevity isn't greatness. Peak is greatness. And Mike's peak, nobody's touching that. LeBron wore 23 for 20 years and still didn't learn what it actually means. And only LeBron fans believe losing the finals somehow makes you greater than winning 6 championships. Where I come from, that's called delusion, not legacy. LeBron doesn't have that GOAT gene. He's got to go on another team gene. Every time it gets tough, he's packing his bags, calling up stars, forming another super team. Mike didn't move, didn't hide, didn't cry.
It's an interesting comparison.
Who was that?
That was Dennis Rodman.
Okay. So the interesting thing about that is Dennis bounced around.
Yeah, sure he did.
He went from Detroit to Chicago to L.A. to San Antonio. I mean,
but his point is he's not comparing LeBron James to him. He's comparing LeBron James to Michael Jordan.
Right. Well,
Dennis did bounce around, but Michael Jordan did not.
Well, just at the end.
Don't you think that makes you sort of iconic? Like, had Kobe left and gone, it would be such a different legacy.
See, I disagree with you on this.
You do.
Here's why.
Had he gone to the Clippers when he was threatened to go to the Clippers,
or the
his
Bulls.
legacy, or the Bulls when we heard them looking for real estate last week in Chicago, you think his legacy would be the same?
Do you know who Akeem Olajuwon finished his career with?
Oh, I know this whole routine. I know.
Do you know who Patrick Ewing finished his career with?
No, I understand.
But wait a minute. What do you mean you understand? This is the heart of your point.
I'm talking about prime of career.
No, but this is your point.
Kobe would have been in his prime.
Right, and he tried to leave.
Those guys were at the end.
Yeah, but Kobe tried to leave.
Correct. And if he would have...
Dr. Buss saved the day.
He would not have necessarily had the iconic legacy that he has had he gone to Chicago or gone to the Clippers.
But
you disagree with that?
I do, because Akeem Olajuwon has an iconic legacy.
I know.
Patrick Ewing has an iconic legacy. Charles Barkley, who played for like 4 teams, has an iconic legacy.
Those guys were on their way out. I'm talking about prime.
Okay. Ricky Henderson. How many teams did he play for?
Ricky Henderson bounced around.
Right.
But honestly, Tony Gwynn did not. And Tony Gwynn has a different place in history than Ricky. I think there is something to be said for the starting and finishing of your career in one city.
And it's the difference between choosing to leave or the team leaving you. Like, think about Freddie Freeman. He left the Atlanta Braves in the prime of his career, but it's because the Atlanta Braves made the decision about him.
Yep.
And he just searched for a new place to find. Then there's a difference between you packing your bags or the team.
Well, so you guys think
out of the house.
You guys think less of Blake Snell because he's been on multiple teams?
No,
I don't really think about Blake Snell.
I don't think about Blake Snell in this. We're talking about iconic NBA stars.
Well, he's won a Hall of Fame. I mean, Blake Snell's won Cy Young awards.
Yeah, he's won Cy Young
Award. I don't think that he's an iconic LA Dodger and he's not an iconic Tampa Bay Ray. He's just Blake Snell.
Yeah, he will not go down as like one of the great Dodgers. He's a great pitcher and he can help us win a World Series. But I won't necessarily think, that. Now I think of Garvey and I think of Say and I think of.
Does it bother you
Hirsch,
that Kirk Gibson came from somewhere else?
No, it doesn't. You're messing this up. I'm not bothered by it. What I'm saying is that if you stay in one place, you achieve an iconic status that you don't have if you bounce around.
And my argument is the opposite.
Right.
That
Your
you
argument
can have
is
iconic status regardless of where you go as long as you continue to perform.
And I say if Kobe had left the Lakers either to go to the Clippers or Chicago, his legacy would be completely different. Completely different.
So do you think Michael Jordan's legacy is tarnished in any way that he finished with the Wizards?
No, that's the end of his career. Well,
Right.
again, we're talking about Kobe in the middle of his prime,
but
John.
Mace, what started this whole conversation was LeBron. He's at the literal end of his
Right,
career.
and get this straight. I am talking about his status to the world, not to me.
Right.
I have no problem with LeBron. To me, he's the greatest player that has ever played.
Okay.
Period. Okay? So, end of story. I think in terms of volume, in terms of everything, best player ever played. And I have no problem with him going to chase a championship. I'm just saying that there is something special about guys that start their career and end their career on one team, like Steph Curry, like Kobe Bryant.
All right, if it were you, you would have told Matthew Stafford to stay in Detroit.
Well, he had no choice. He was traded.
No, but he asked to be traded. He asked to leave. He met Sean McVay at that resort in Mexico, and he said, I'll ask for a trade if you'll have me.
Can I once again say, I have no problem with
I know you don't.
I'm talking about the way the world
I'm talking
views
about
it.
your argument.
Yeah.
Okay? I know you personally have no issue with any of these guys.
Right.
But your argument is play for one team, and you'll reach a level of iconic status that you wouldn't if you didn't leave. And I would argue that Matthew Stafford reached an iconic level because he left.
Well, he was, in fairness, part of an absolutely woeful, clueless, rudderless disaster of a franchise where he never had a chance to win. So I understand why he would leave. For example, that would be like Mike Trout. Mike Trout is a good comp for Matthew Stafford. Mike Trout saying right now, that's it. I want to go. I want to go somewhere. I can win, and I would not fault him for that.
Right.
But I still think if you go, I mean, Steph Curry just wouldn't look right in another uniform.
Okay, so I was listening to a Bill Simmons podcast last night.
Okay.
And he came up with a pretty unbelievable idea.
Okay.
And if this happens, it would be really bad for the rest of the league.
Oh, okay.
He said if he ran the Spurs, he would trade De'Aaron Fox and 2 number ones to the Warriors for Steph. And the Warriors would have to consider it because their assets are bare. They're an older team. De'Aaron Fox would give them a starting point guard for the next 5 to 10 years, and the 2 number ones would make a huge difference. I don't think Golden State could stomach it.
No, and I also think Steph would have a say in that, too.
Of course he would.
And I don't know if he would want to go.
All right, so here's Michael texting me.
Yep.
Ask Emily and Mason if Ohtani should have stayed with the Angels.
No. It was a woeful, rudderless disaster of a franchise. I understand why you went off the Titanic. My God, that ship sinks every single year.
So you're okay with guys leaving if they're on a bad team?
Correct. I mean, we're talking
that's a corollary to your theory.
We're kind of talking about the worst teams. The Angels are the worst team.
Literally.
Yeah. And the
worst team in the league.
And the Lions for many years were the worst team.
And LeBron never left the worst team. He never Cleveland was not the worst team when he left as to go to Miami. Miami was
the Lakers
were
pretty
team.
bad when he came here. They missed the playoffs
but
6 years in a row.
He's leaving the Lakers not as the worst team. Like that,
right. In other words, he's leaving a middle of the pack.
Here's
team.
why I think Mason's theory is wrong. There is a list of iconic players who left in the middle of their prime, and it didn't affect their legacy at all. The best example is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He left a championship team in Milwaukee where he had won a title with Oscar Robertson because he didn't want to live there anymore. It didn't affect his legacy at all. He came out to the Lakers and built one of the top 5 careers of all time.
Does Milwaukee think of him the same?
I think they do now.
I see. Don't you think they think of him as a Laker?
Well, I think much like we were talking earlier about how Shaq left the Lakers, and the Laker fans were mad, and they booed him the first time he came back. But after time, they kind of welcomed him back.
Yeah.
I think after time, matter of fact, I think Kareem's number is retired in Milwaukee, and he went back there for that. So I think they've forgiven him.
Yeah, I think so. He did want out, but it has been a few years.
Right. But I'm just saying,
time to
heal. It blows your theory out of the water that if you change teams, you lessen your legacy. He didn't.
But he's a Laker.
Right, but he was not drafted, nor did he start his career with the Lakers,
right.
and he left a good team. You said it's okay if you leave a bad team. He left a good team.
I don't understand how you're twisting this around. I'm just saying starting and finishing your career with one team is kind of this idyllic, iconic status Doesn't mean you can't get it another way. Doesn't mean LeBron can't get it with the championship on the fourth team.
That's my argument.
Right.
That your argument is if you stay in one place, you reach an iconic status, and mine is you can still reach it if you
Dirk
leave.
and Stockton and down
Nobody
Steph.
thinks of Malone as a Laker.
No,
and
not
he
at all.
left.
Yeah, that's one of those end of the career.
Yeah,
grab one statuses.
Ring chasing.
What's that? Ring chasing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Rams training camp is back. ESPN LA's coverage and content presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information. Speaking of Rams training camp, Sean McVay addressed, and this is an interesting quote we're going to have fun with, John, the immense amount of pressure on the Rams to win the Super Bowl this year. That is coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
So the other day I called Mike Trudell off air. Guess who answered the call? Yep, it was Mrs. Trudell.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Why you gotta make it weird, man? She's wonderful. I adore her. I'm not sliding into her DMs now. I'm on the phone.
See, now, were you nice about it? Like, if I called Bergie and Mean Gene answered, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? I called Bergie. I'd be a real a-hole.
no.
Here's what you would not be an a-hole.
Here's what Cappy did.
But that's not
Hey,
the thing
girl!
against
Hey,
Gene.
girl!
If I called Beto and his Heino picked up, I'd be like,
3 in the morning.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, I called Beto. Can you put Beto on the phone?
I was very nice.
He's in trouble right now. Lo tengo amarrado.
I just acted like his mom answered the phone. I was like, hi, is Mike home? Can I speak to Mike, please?
Hi, Mrs. Trudell. Is Scotty home?
Right.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, it's Mason. For the ultimate immersive sports experience, get into Cosm. See all your favorite summer sports on a massive 87-foot wraparound high-resolution display with reserved booth-style seating. The Cosm Hall features wall-to-wall live multi-view sports for all the big games. And in the Cosm Dome, August 1st and 2nd, it's Summer Slam 2026. The Cosm Deck, by the way, Cosm's signature menu of local food favorites, craft cocktails, and beers. For tickets, go to Cosm.com, and I'll see you at Cosm.
Welcome to Milagro Tequila, where the sun shines, good times roll, and tequila pours. Take a sip of sunshine this summer with Milagro Tequila, crafted from 100% Blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Shake up fresh margaritas with Milagro Silver. Mix the perfect paloma with Milagro Reposado, or enjoy the rich, smooth taste of Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Find Milagro at your favorite retailer, in-store, and online. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
I'm not a prude.
You are.
I'm not.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
I do not believe I am at all prude. I'm like the least prudish person you know.
Mason and Ireland rolls on.
Hot out there. Hot Summer Monday. Well, I had this idea.
HSM.
That's your idea? HSM?
On Friday, the theme was Hot Summer Friday. Today, the theme is Hot Summer Monday because it's hot out there.
You know what I was doing over the weekend to celebrate being so hot? I was watching movies that
We're
had
on a party bus.
that. And on Saturday, I watched movies with heat wave in it, like that felt like it was a movie that you're watching in a heat wave. So like The Sandlot, and also Gone Girl, like different things. That's what I was doing for the weekend.
Weather movies. Well, they're movies where it's hot. All right, so John, I want to read you this quote from Sean McVay, and I want to get your honest, immediate response.
Okay.
Sean McVay says, "What I won't allow us to do is say that this season is going to be determined success or failure, whether or not we win a Super Bowl. What I won't allow us to do is say that this season is going to be determined success or failure by whether we win the Super Bowl."
What's interesting about that is, my guess is you, as a season ticket holder, feel the opposite.
I got to win. This is our year. Come on. We're the favorites. We got Myles Garrett. We maybe got Aaron Donald.
To McVay's point, like Phil Jackson used to beat this into me, there is a journey involved here.
Yeah, oh, sure.
And you're going to get to go through 17 regular season games that are going to set your mood every Sunday. You kind of live and die with the Rams, you and Billy Mack, and a few of my other friends. So I hope you guys enjoy the journey.
Yes.
Because you might not win the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, I think Emily had it in her email today that of the 30 favorites,
last 30 years,
only 4 have won the title.
Yes.
And
it's tough.
The Rams I know they're favored, but that one statistic says they probably won't win it.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't know if you watched Get Up today, but at one point Greenberg said Rams versus the field. And, I mean, you would absolutely take the field in that bet. If you had to bet your house, you'd take the field, right?
Probably,
yeah. I mean, the Rams are favored, but football is such a weird game, and their schedule is a beast. And I remember feeling optimistic the year after they won the Super Bowl, went 5-12. I mean, and it is a journey. You know, John, do you know who Sisyphus is?
But remind me.
Okay, so Sisyphus is story from legend and lore. Had to roll a boulder
up a hill, right?
Roll a boulder all the way up a hill, and then when it got to the top, it would roll all the way back down, and he'd have to roll it up. That's basically what a season is for any team. That boulder is at the bottom of the hill right now, and they got to start rolling it up week by week by week. And there is no guarantee.
I wonder how often, like, the Dave Roberts might speak to Sean McVay. Like, I wonder if they can learn how to manage expectations from each other, because seemingly Dave Roberts does a great job with the Dodgers, and every year they come in as favorites. In the past 2 years, they've come out winning the title. So I wonder if they could learn from each other. Everybody in LA seems to be pushing each other to be greater, so maybe they can learn how to manage those.
I want to play you something. This is a couple of things from Sean. First, here's Sean with the theme for training camp.
The same theme that we've talked about. You know, it's about a we then me approach. We want to be present, grateful, and courageous. But I want guys to be authentically themselves while living our values with an atmosphere and environment that you feel a sense of urgency, but also a sense of enjoyment. And that's been consistent with what we've really been about. You know, and I really look at it as you mentioned it, but, you know, we're setting foundations, and that's really important to set good, sound foundations. I think that was started in the off-season program. How do we come together as a team and then ultimately be ready to go and handle whatever those storms are that are inevitable in the midst of this journey? But I want guys to be able to feel like they're getting better as a result of the people that they're around, whether that's their teammates, their coaches, and that's both as a person and as a player.
So urgent but fun. Be your authentic self within our values. And John, to me, I don't want to go into this conversation, but he's laying down sort of what they expect the culture to be, the negotiables, the non-negotiables, all of that stuff. Now, that doesn't mean that somebody's not going to go off the ranch at some point, but that's sort of what they're building this team around, and that's something he does on an annual basis.
Yeah, I think you guys are going to have a really fun season.
Yeah.
I mean, that is...
And the games, John, the games are unbelievable. Great home games. Great. I know we lose that San Francisco, but great home games.
Right. Well, I mean, I think every week their games are going to be fun because they're going to be favored in every game. I got them going 13-4. What did you work out?
10-7.
Oh, wow. You're that down on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not down. I just think the schedule's really – and what do you think?
11-6, 10-7 sounds right to me. You're going to get these losses in there that you just don't expect.
Guys, they're not going 10-7. They're too good.
I hope you. Believe me, I hope you're right. But I'm trying to brace myself because, John, I mean,
you're under-promising and hoping they over-deliver.
Yeah, I mean, 49ers, Broncos, Eagles, Bills, Chargers, Packers, Chiefs, 49ers again, Cowboys, Tampa, Seattle. I mean, that's a tough schedule.
And they're traveling more than almost anybody else in the NFL because of the Melbourne trip. They're having a lot of primetime games, and so they're playing games not necessarily on a Sunday, maybe Monday, Tuesday, here a Wednesday occasionally.
Yeah, there's a Wednesday game.
There's just a lot going into the season, a lot of expectation, and a lot of areas where if you mess up one time, if you fumble the ball, if you don't get that sack, they're playing good teams that'll take it away from you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be I do not think this season is a walkover, and I do not
I agree with that.
There is any guarantee that we're going to win the Super Bowl.
This season is very, very important for a couple people, and I think one person in particular is Puka Nacua.
Sure.
I think that this season is...
That's fair.
...is for him to listen to what Sean said, the theme for training camp, the working within the values of all that, whatever that means to Puka and the team. But it's also, he needs to show up, have an amazing year again,
Yep.
and prove to the Rams that he can be trusted with a long-term extension because I don't think that's coming before the season starts.
Now, you are not in favor. I'm not in favor of paying Puka, extending Puka before the season.
I think they're going to use this season as basically tape on if he can keep his nose clean.
It's a trial.
Well. Yes.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Now, you did say there are a number of other players, Steve Avila, Byron Young, and Kobe Turner, who are up for rookie extensions.
Yes.
Byron Young led the team in sacks last year.
I think you have to lock up Byron Young, whether that is so that you can trade him, but I think that he deserves it. I think it's Puka number one. I think on the field performance deserves an extension, but off the field has affected that. Number two is Byron Young. His on the field is incredible. I think that he deserves an extension.
God, can you imagine what Byron Young will do if Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett are also on
Well,
that
and
line?
then who's the other Braden Fisk?
Braden
too.
Fisk, Kobe Turner. Those guys can make some real hay this year. All right, coming up next for you, icebreakers. I want to remind you if you need more Lakers talk in your life.
Double points today. By the way,
that's right. The ball knower extreme duo of Mike Trudell and Geeter McGee back tonight. I'm going to go back and start over. Will you edit this out of the podcast, Brian? Thanks. Need more Lakers talk in your life? The ball knower extreme duo of Mike Trudell and Geeter McGee are back tonight at 6 on 710 AM and the ESPN LA app as the Jonathan Kuminga saga continues. Do the Lakers have enough wing depth without signing somebody else? Discuss it tonight on Lakers Talk. Is the Jonathan Kuminga thing alive, dead, happening, not happening?
It's alive.
Anything? Is it alive?
Yeah.
I saw all kinds of fake reports over the weekend. I saw Jonathan Kuminga about to sign or about to be traded to the Lakers. Shams to report shortly. I'm like, that is such a deke.
Did Scam Sharania
did confirm it, absolutely. All right, Icebreakers coming up next for you, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Hey, Tame Impala. I like Tame Impala.
I like the name Tame Impala.
Tame Impala, the song, and then Dracula.
Is Tame Impala a person? Is it like the group name?
Group. I have no idea. I just know that I like this song, and I know that Tame Impala is the artist.
Yeah. Is this like the guy singing right now? Is he Tame Impala?
Like Hootie and the Blowfish. Yeah,
see, that's a confusing one because he's like, I'm not Hootie. We're just called Hootie and the Blowfish.
Tame Impala.
Well, someone that has to be Hootie, and then other people have to be the Blowfish.
You would think. I don't know if Mr. and Mrs. Impala named their son Ted or not, or Tame, I should say.
I mean, maybe he, drove a nice club Impala, and it's like, it was a Tame Impala. Calm Impala.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Pechanga Resort Casino is rewarding you on another level with Pechanga's SoCal Tier Status Match program. Bring in a rewards card from one of 21 eligible Southern California casinos for exclusive benefits. Earn more at Pechanga Resort Casino with SoCal's best tier status match. Qualified members have a chance to win $25,000 club dollars. Pechanga's limited time tier match program ends December 31st and match statuses remain valid through January 31st next year. Offer open to new and existing Pechanga Rewards members. Visit Pechanga Rewards for details. Must be 21 or older with valid ID.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager. Hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Oh, it's Icebreakers time. Oh, right. That's right. The big voice guy.
Listen to Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
Exactly right. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Your fit-friendly vodka. With no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Let's do it. Icebreakers. Presented by Blue Ice Vodka on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
All right, this month is incredibly close, and this is when the doubles start. So, right now,
I need to get hot here.
The others have 34 points, and they're in the lead. John, you are right behind them with 33 points. Mason, you have 12. Brian, you have 6. And before I do this icebreakers today, double days should be a harder icebreaker. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Here we go. For 20 points. I was born in 1967 in the UK. I grew up alongside soccer player Vinnie Jones, with whom I have appeared in 3 movies.
Oh, I should know this. Oh.
For 18 points, I trained in karate, wushu, Wing Chun, Kung Fu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and kickboxing. For 16 points, I spent 12 years on the British national diving team competing on the 10-meter platform and the 3-meter springboard. In 1992, I was ranked 12th in the world as a platform diver, and I was inducted into the International Sports Hall of Fame in 2014.
Don't know.
Yeah.
For 14 points, I have appeared in 3 different films in which my character gets attacked with an axe. And I own my own production company called Punch Palace Productions. For 12 points. And by 2017, my films have grossed over $1.5 billion, making myself one of the industry's most bankable stars.
Ireland. I'm going to take a shot.
Go ahead.
Jason Statham.
That is correct! It's Jason Statham! Good job. I thought this was going to be really difficult because I was like,
tough.
I don't know. One of the hints was...
At first, I thought it was Guy Ritchie, Mace.
Yeah.
Because I thought the age was about right.
58 is about right, or
Right,
62,
but
something
I knew
like that.
Statham had made movies with
Guy Ritchie?
Yeah,
And Vinnie
with
Jones.
Vinnie Jones.
Yeah.
And when you said the 1.5 billion, I figured Fast and the Furious and all those other movies
Hobbs
is going
and
to put him over
Shaw,
the
all
top.
that good stuff. So one of the hints was going to be Andy Kamenetsky gets mistaken for me often.
Oh, sure. That is true.
So that is great, John. 12 points for you. You have now taken the lead.
All right, Icebreaker sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Made from Idaho potatoes, clean, smooth, no additives, Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. And Em, I'm leaving a bottle of Blue Ice Vodka for you when you house it for me next week.
Woo!
Nice.
Have a party
Can't wait.
if you want to.
All right. By the way, you know what? Jason Statham's best movie to me is a movie called Spy with him, Melissa McCarthy, and Rose Byrne. John, have you ever seen this movie?
I've seen it. It's very good.
It is so funny.
My favorite Jason Statham movie is actually a remake.
Okay.
It's about 25 years old, but if you've never seen it, it originally starred Steve McQueen, but Mark Wahlberg took it over, and they remade a movie called The Italian Job.
Oh, sure.
That Statham is the driver for the getaway for the crew, and that movie is loaded with star power. It's got Wahlberg, Charlize Theron, Jason Statham, Mos Def is in their crew. It's Donald Sutherland has a great part. Edward Norton is the villain, and he's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you've never seen that movie, particularly if you own a Mini Cooper, watch the remake of The Italian Job. Hey, Emily, have you ever seen that movie?
I haven't, but the amusement park where I grew up is called Kings Dominion. It's in Virginia. It was owned by Paramount for a long time, and there was a ride called The Italian Job that I loved, and everybody's in a Mini Cooper, and it goes really fast.
By the way, I have a good Emily, I have a good Virginia story to tell you.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm playing golf up here in Idaho, and I don't know a ton of people. I've got like 6 or 7 guys that I play with up here, but a lot of times I'll just go down there and get paired up with somebody. So this guy tells me that his wife is the world's biggest Tony Bennett fan.
Ooh.
Tony Bennett was the basketball coach at Virginia, led him to a national title. What year was that, Em?
2019.
And it now works for the Lakers as our director of college scouting. So I call Tony and I say, hey, this woman's turning 87. Could you do something for her? He goes, absolutely. I'll send her a video. And he sent this video, so basically it was a free cameo. And this woman is over the moon. Like, she can't believe that Tony Bennett sent her. It was so nice of him. And he just,
he's the nicest man you'll ever meet.
I couldn't believe it. So
he's
when
nice.
I texted him to ask him, and he called me back. He goes, I'm happy to do this. Just tell me where to send it.
See, that's why I love him. She's the number 1 fan. I'm the number 2 fan. I love Tony Bennett
Great
so much.
Guy.
All right, I want to before we get to sports graffiti, and we'll get your calls in here coming up. I wanted to talk about Shohei Ohtani a little bit, who is scuffling at the plate and still not pitching, and did not throw a bullpen as he was supposed to on Saturday, as he continues to deal with the discomfort in the knee. John, he is, I want to say, he's 5 for his last 29.
Yeah, he's definitely not 100%.
And Dave Roberts says Ohtani is experiencing a little bit of regression with his knee, and that's why they skipped that bullpen session. He says, we're just going to kick the can on that one. Like I said yesterday, we're not going to move forward until he feels 100% confident. We feel 100% confident that he should do it. Now, John, I'm going to say this. I really think that they should find a way to give Ohtani a couple of weeks here.
I agree with you. Put him on the 15-day. They got a 12-game lead. He's not pitching already. And I think they could weather the storm.
He's not going for the Cy Young anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they would go into any type of a tailspin.
No,
you guys?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, Mace, I think it's a great idea.
They're kind of on autopilot at this point. Although I'll be honest, the worst thing that can happen is the Dodgers blowing a lead from the bullpen. And then the second worst thing is watching it happen a second time on the replay here. Will Klein just gave up 4 runs right in front of me.
As you're watching the squeeze play.
As I'm watching
I want to point out, too, because with the benefit of letting Ohtani get some time, if he is working through something, is that they can use that DH position to let somebody else take some time off them as well. So let's just say, let's throw out Freddie. So Freddie can get off his feet, and he doesn't have to be out there playing defense, but he can just be a DH, and then someone else can come in. I think that it is only good for the Dodgers to let Ohtani get back to 100%, as well as he's probably not even competing for the MVP as he might not win the MVP this year. And so all that matters is the postseason, and maybe he can win a World Series MVP for the first time.
Right. There's a spot on his mantle for a World Series MVP.
Yeah,
maybe that's
this year. I actually think it's a good idea.
All right, so we're going to open the phones right now. 877-710-ESPN. That's 877-710-ESPN. We've talked about a bunch of stuff. The Rams, if they don't win the Super Bowl, is the season all for naught? Sean McVay clearly says no. Shohei Ohtani, would it be smart to shut him down for a couple of weeks and let him get well, let him deal with that knee injury and get closer to 100% or to 100%? The LeBron story, if you want to react, John has laid out his take today. John, I agree with you that Philadelphia is now the team to beat in the Eastern Conference. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to figure it out, but I do like them a lot. Without seeing it, I'm just guessing. Really good.
Yeah, they got to stay healthy.
Lineup.
They got to stay healthy. But if they do, they're going to be really good.
All right, so 877-710-ESPN. All that stuff is fair game, plus anything else you got. 877-710-ESPN. We will get your calls in here next on Sports Graffiti. Mason and Ireland, 710-ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Are you the birthday day person, birthday week, birthday month? Because
he strikes me as the birthday month.
I was going to guess the same.
Wow.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Actually, not birthday month. No. I think when I was younger, I was like, oh, birthday week, because I would travel, and I would celebrate for that week that I would travel. But I don't like weeks.
Take advantage. Take advantage. Who cares?
Like
if people want to do a week's worth of stuff for you.
Absolutely.
Do you do a week?
A day. Barely.
Tops.
Yeah.
Barely.
A day.
Yay.
If I get an hour, I'm like, hell yeah, what a day.
You know what? I might get a text from the kids, happy birthday, and then Susan and I will go get something to eat. Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the birthday.
I have to tell Riley, hey, it's my birthday in a couple days. Can you write me a card, please?
Something.
And that's it. But I ask for the card.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Los Angeles, your Rams have reloaded, and they're ready to kick off their 2026 campaign. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett joins reigning MVP Matthew Stafford to lead the Rams into massive matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Packers, and more. To experience every matchup live and enjoy home playoff ticket access, plus interest-free monthly payment plans and stadium event pre-sale access, visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Get your Rams season tickets today.
Hey, LA and OC, if you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Hosting, grilling, you just want a great dinner? Start at Wild Fork Foods. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork, quality meat and seafood, low prices, largest variety in one store.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, it's Sports Graffiti time. 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. And, of course, on Sports Graffiti, we take your calls. And if you're calling into 877-710-ESPN and you're calling into LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA, you're calling in on the Hard Rock Hotline. The Hard Rock Hotline, made possible by Hard Rock Casino Tajon. Bringing you Sports Graffiti today.
Experience gaming, dining, and live entertainment at the easiest drive from downtown L.A. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You get to talk to Mason in Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason in Ireland. Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Sports Graffiti time, and all the lines are lit.
Let's go.
Lots of stuff going on. Let's start out with DeAndre in L.A. DeAndre, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys, man? Love the show. I got a couple questions, man. Why are we waiting around, man? It feels like L.A. is waiting around. We're waiting for Kuminga. We're waiting to see if Aaron Donald's coming back. You guys got any insight you can give me on any of that?
Well, Kuminga hasn't signed yet, so that's why I think it's still a possibility. But, Mace, he wants more money than the Lakers have.
Yeah, I think the Lakers carved out 2 years, 20, and he wants more than that.
Right, so it'll be a matter of if he's willing to take less money. If I were him, I would. I'd come play for 1 year, and I'd try and rebuild my value and then I could cash in at the end of that 1 year. But until he signs, I'm going to say it's a possibility. I would argue that Aaron Donald wouldn't be putting his body through all this stuff unless he was seriously coming back. And I'll be surprised at this point if he doesn't.
Yeah, me too. I will be surprised if he doesn't. Thanks very much for the phone call. Let's go to Anthony in Oxnard. Anthony, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, man.
What's up, brother?
All's good.
Yeah, okay. So my question is, LeBron going to Philadelphia, it's a stacked team no matter what, but he always stacks his team. My problem is nobody talks about how Kevin Durant tried to stack his team. So
I think everybody talks about that.
Really? Okay, yeah.
I think that's Kevin Durant's legacy, Mace, is that he's an unbelievable player who couldn't stay in one place.
He's a vagabond, is what he is. He's bounced around too much. And he leaves when it gets tough. Now, he's a guy who leaves every time it gets tough.
Right.
Let's go to Anonymous. I'm not sure why they need to be anonymous, but they're on from somewhere. Anonymous. Let's take the call. You're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, man.
Guys, so we've been selected as a Nielsen family. I'm not allowed to talk about this publicly. Okay. They made me sign an agreement.
Yeah.
I have not watched television in like 20-plus years. No, it's not as though I'm, a caveman. So I want your suggestions on what I should start to watch. And the nice thing is, it doesn't have to be airing live any longer. They'll also track all the streaming services. Right. The one thing I'm committed to watching, because I've watched like 100 YouTube short clips now, is Breaking Bad. So I'm committed to Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
If you liked Breaking Bad, your next show should be Pluribus. That is a show.
That's a great one.
That it's on Apple TV. It's from the same people, Vince Gilligan and his team, and it stars Ray Seahorn. So you'll see a familiar face from Better Call Saul. She's the lead of Pluribus. But, Mace, I think either Pluribus or Landman is the best show I've seen over the past 2 years. How about you?
I think Friends and Neighbors.
Right there. Really good one.
I really like Widow's Bay. I don't think it's necessarily your jam, but I think Widow's Bay is really cool.
Emily loves it.
I love House of the Dragon. Last night there were more dragon fights. Not everybody's cup of tea, exactly. But those are some. How much do you make for being a Nielsen family?
Basically nothing. They give us like $75 to sign up. And I think they give us like $25 a quarter. It's about just,
Boy, that's power though, man.
I think we count for 25,000 families. So all of a sudden, if you see a spike I was randomly flipping through the channels and watched an hour of something called Total Boxing League, which I did not know existed. It'd be like on the Ocho if it existed, where it's like team boxing. But yeah, I figure I may as well use this opportunity to find some shows and hopefully get them some ratings.
Man. Well, thank you very much.
Try any of those shows we mentioned. I think you'll like them all.
All good. Let's go to Mateo in Covina. Mateo, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, man.
Gentlemen, happy Monday.
To you as well.
It's a beautiful day out there, even with the heat.
Yep.
It's great. So I had one topic, but I'm going to pivot just a little bit. So I love cooking in my backyard. I love doing different kind of smoked meats, different kind of barbecue-style food, stuff like that. And I went to a place in L.A. over the weekend called Bloodsoes in the Fairfax district, and it was really good barbecue. But one of the things that we lack out here in L.A. is good barbecue. Emily, Brian, Steve, Ireland, do you guys have any good barbecue restaurant recommendations?
I personally love Baby Blues, which is on Lincoln in Marina Del Rey. I've
only been there once,
barbecue.
but it was really good.
Yeah, that's a really, really good one.
I think we went there, Mace, the first time I ever went there, and the only time for me, we went there with Josh Rawitch.
I think that's right.
Remember, who is now running the Baseball Hall of Fame. Josh had a very big day yesterday.
Yeah.
He used to be the PR director for the Dodgers.
BC, where do you go for barbecue?
In L.A. area. I don't know if it's in L.A., but in OC, I go to Lucille's. Lucille's barbecue is pretty good. They got some good ribs.
Okay. Em, what about you? Barbecue?
I'm not the biggest barbecue fan, even though I grew up in the South with a lot of it. I like Bloodsoes, but it's just not something I typically go out and do. So I don't usually go to restaurants for barbecue. I'll say that.
Right. You know why I don't like eating barbecue at restaurants? Because it's so messy,
you're
sloppy.
anti-messy. You hate sloppy food.
I don't eat any sloppy. Like, I don't even like to get a burger out because you know how the bun slips off the.
You need
that
utensils.
stuff is private. Wings, I will only eat by myself.
In the privacy of your own home.
Yeah.
How messy do you get?
That's weird. You'll only eat wings by yourself?
Yes, because they're so messy. I don't want to do it in public where you've got to.
So
what do you think people?
But Juan
think
has seen you messy.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, Juan's allowed to eat wings with me, I guess.
I think
yeah.
you might be exceptionally messy. Like, why is this a thing for you?
You don't? Do you?
I mean, yes, but
Have
I
you
eat
never
out in
gotten
public.
like the dating advice? If you're going out on a date, don't order something messy.
Well, sure, but I also eat wings in public, and I also have ribs in public.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
See, I'm with Mace on this. I think if you're on a date, most people would be nervous to get messy.
Yeah, don't get sloppy
But
food.
I'm not going on dates all the time. And you're not going on
Right.
dates all the time. You're eating out in public, and not every time you're trying to impress somebody else.
Yeah. I just to me that's private and messy. Let's go to Big Rob in Inglewood. Big Rob, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey man.
What's up, guys? How you doing today? Hey, I'm going to tell you the importance why I think it's very important for Lakers to sign Kuminga. I think I've seen it firsthand this weekend. Me and the dads were at a basketball tournament in Huntington Beach. And the basketball player who's with Toronto Raptors right now, Grady Dick, you guys know him, right? His basketball team was there, and they played against my son's team in the championship game, okay? And Dick's Grady team is very good, but there's a lot of white guys on there, right? And
Okay,
we all were sitting on the sideline. I mean, they're great. They can shoot everything, but they lost the game by 8 points simply because they were not athletic enough. And my concern with the Lakers is their main core isn't athletic enough. So I'm thinking they need to add Jonathan to make them more athletic as a team. But other than that, it's going to be a great season and great basketball.
So
for the Lakers.
do you
All
think
right, guys. Thank
do you think white automatically equals unathletic?
Let me tell you, if I gave you $100,000, right?
Yeah.
And there's five guys, 4 of them are African American, and 1 is a Caucasian guy. Who would you not put your money on to be able to do a 360 dunk?
Yeah, well, you're probably right. But Mace, on the other hand, if our team was filled with Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic
and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, Giannis is black, but
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I mean, you could load up a team. You just have to have the right white guys to compete.
Yeah, I mean, whites can play basketball too.
Yeah, they can be just like the Rams jersey, the fearsome whites.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go to Brian in Ventura. Brian, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So I want to talk about, I wouldn't say a super serious subject, so I'm going to be very respectful and very understanding here, and I hope you guys can do the same with me, too.
Okay.
I'm going to turn the tide here a little bit, but one thing I've always have felt for a good while, and it's happened more so recent times over the last, 10 years or so, correct me if I'm wrong, but sports used to be a really big distraction. You would put on the channel, and that would take you away from your work problems, your health problems, family problems,
right,
and more importantly, too, things that are happening around the world. And I think in society, we've really drawn away from that for I don't know what reason. And I've heard the reasons why, and I totally understand. And I know you guys have to be out here talking and got to be very politically correct. I'm sure off the air you guys may be saying things differently than what you say on the air, possibly. It could be wrong with that. But thing, for example, is this. Social injustice situations, things during the raids that happened in L.A. recently with the police officers, and then you also have the whole LGBTQ stuff and everything. I know that's created ruffles with the Dodger fans and putting the scriptures on the hat, and there's different ways you can go with that.
Yeah, sure.
That's totally fine. Everyone should obviously have the belief of what they want to believe in, and that's totally cool and to be respected. But I feel everything I just named right now, whether it's before the games, mainly they do this stuff, should be kept outside of sports, in my opinion.
But
and
you
I
could.
just think in society, we should go back to that.
Yeah, you could keep it out. I mean, what's the old?
We have kept most of it out.
Yeah, Mace, what's the old Eleanor Roosevelt line? No one is allowed to make you feel inferior without your consent.
Right, true.
Like, we just don't talk about politics on this show by choice.
Yeah, it is by choice. And so I don't know if that makes us politically correct. It means our politics are private.
I think what Brian wants is what we do on our show. Like, I think that we often try to make it fun, try to make it light, make sports the escape from the regular world, I guess.
Yeah, we don't.
I still think sports are an escape.
I do too. I by the way, and I think our show is not one where we dig into social issues in a dramatic or controversial way. We're really just trying to put on a fun, entertaining show every day.
And you can go places for that other stuff if you want.
Sure.
We're just not going to do it here.
Yeah.
It occasionally politics does bleed into sports
of course.
Sometimes. It's unavoidable.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like Mason and I, sports are an escape for us.
Yeah.
We got enough serious crap going on in our real lives.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long you've been listening, Brian, to our show, so I don't know where you got that we're talking about.
Well, yeah, we're not talking about it. There are issues floating around out there, and we deliberately avoid them because we're not trying to be divisive here. We're trying to include everybody and make it fun, as opposed to pissing half of the world off.
Which is what you'll do if you take a political stance of any kind.
Yeah.
And even just having this conversation, people will rip us saying, well, Mason and I won't take a stand. We do that by choice.
Yeah.
It's not that we can't. We just don't. We just don't want to. So that's how we look at it.
Exactly. Let's go to Abe in Burbank. Hey, Abe, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, man?
Hey, good afternoon. So, John, respectfully, I'm a big fan, but I do think that you are twisting Mason's argument a little bit about
tell me
LeBron
how.
versus his legacy.
Okay.
So there's tiers to this. Obviously, we all know that there are ring chasers throughout the league. Obviously, Robert Horry, not to say that he was one, but he won multiple titles with multiple teams. But he's not being compared to one of the greatest. He's not being compared to Jordan, right? I think if LeBron would have maybe stayed with the Cavaliers, won a couple titles, and then at the end decided to switch over to a different team, I do think that his legacy would have been a little bit better.
Okay.
But I don't think I again, the fact that he's being compared to Jordan, and not doing it the same way that he's literally picking his teams, I think that's what hurts him. I still think I respect him. I think he's one of the greatest. Me personally, I would pick Jordan or Kobe over him, but I'm also partial because I'm a big time Kobe fan.
Sure.
But I think that's what sets off a lot of fans.
Okay, so let me go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, this is what I would say. So you say because LeBron is being compared to Jordan, that you want to limit this comparison to like the greats of the greats, right? That if you're one of the greatest players ever, that you should try and stay in one place. Is that your argument?
Well, yeah. I mean,
okay. So if that's your argument, the greatest hockey player of all time is Wayne Gretzky. It's not close. Ask anybody who knows hockey. Wayne Gretzky's his nickname is literally the Great One.
Yep.
Played for 4 teams and left Edmonton in the heart of his prime to come to the Kings. How's his legacy? It's fine. Nobody diminishes Wayne Gretzky because he played for 4 teams. If as soon as LeBron plays for Philly, Mace, it'll be his 4th team.
Right.
So how is LeBron different than Gretzky?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm speaking for Abe. I'm gonna put words in Abe's mouth. I just think it's different. It does have a different feel to it when somebody starts and finishes their career with one team. I mean, if Steph does wrap it up in Golden State, that's really cool. It makes him super iconic. Kobe, super iconic. His whole career with the Lakers. I mean, I just think there's something to it. Now, I'm not crapping on people who chase rings. Like, I'm okay with that. End of your career, Hakeem or Barkley or Malone, go ahead. Go give it a try. But in terms of peak of career, changing teams happens less frequently. You point out Gretzky. That was certainly one. Lou Alcindor was certainly one. It's
Wilt.
happened. Wilt, it certainly happened.
Yeah.
But I do think it is cool when a guy starts and finishes his career with one team.
No argument there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that is a unique thing. I'm not sure that after Steph goes, we may see it.
We may not.
We keep saying, Mike Trout's doing it by choice.
Yeah, by choice.
But,
Come on, Mike.
we would actually encourage him to leave.
Absolutely.
So that's my argument.
All right. There you have it. Coming up next for you, John Kruk and you, John Ireland, have something in common.
I love John Kruk.
You'll love this. It's coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Greg Bergman. Have you become a part of the ESPN LA Blue Crew? Well, if you haven't, why haven't you? The Blue Review presented by LAX. Each weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. with me, Gregory Arthur Bergman, thanks, Cappy, and Marcus Grant. We're talking Dodgers baseball first thing in your day and getting you warmed up for the Sedano and Cap morning show. The Blue Review on our ESPN LA YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles. Weekdays at 6:30 a.m. Live and always on demand. Your home for real Dodgers talk, ESPN LA.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
After a crash, you are on the spot. You got to make the right decisions.
800-345-6789. Count the facts. Count on Jacob.
Count your options, then count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Put it in your phone. Memorize it.
Accident or injury. Call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hi, it's Ramona Shelburne. Right now, lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE for just $299 a month. Comes with owner's assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Take it from me. With next-level customer service and incredible dealer incentives, your next Hyundai is waiting for you at Hyundai of Glendale. Call 818-222-8000 or check them out at HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$299 per month plus tax. Close annual lease for 24 months. $47.49 total due outstanding plus government fees and taxes. Unapproved above average credit through HMF. Zero security deposit. 7,500 miles per year. 20 cents per access miles. Expires 7/31/26.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, Huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
To be honest, I never really believed Philadelphia was in on this.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
But when you think about LeBron, who was just at this Fanatics Fest, and you think about Michael Rubin, who owns Fanatics, and you think about he is a very passionate 76ers fan, lifelong Philadelphia guy, I guess I could see where maybe the recruiting side of things could have gotten to LeBron. And Rich Paul said he's not chasing rings. I would ask you guys this question. Do you think he has a better chance of winning a ring in the next 2 years in Philly, Golden State, Miami, or Cleveland, going to the East, being in the easier of the two conferences, and having a chance to play more national TV games just because of timing? I'm surprised, but yet I'm rationalizing it all at the same time.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, it's Wendy here. Are you looking to rebound from your high-interest credit card debt? A SoFi personal loan could help. Consolidate your debt with a SoFi personal loan into one low monthly payment, and you could save money on interest over time. And with as soon as the same day funding, you could hit the ground running ASAP. Apply today with no fees required at SoFi.com/debt rebound. Loans originated by SoFi Bank. NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debt rebound.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
I mean, would you rather have good life or sex? Good sex. Good life, good sex.
Well, I got both.
There you go. That's
good
the
for
correct
you,
answer.
Johnny I. More of Mason and Ireland right now.
All right, so John Kruk is an interesting character. says funny things on the broadcast.
Was that what played for the Beaumont Golden Gators when I was in my second job in TV in minor league baseball? John Kruk was on that team.
Very
Golden Gators. That's a name.
If you want to go down that rabbit hole, minor league team names are pretty weird.
Oh, yeah. So John Kruk was doing the show, I guess it was Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah,
with
they bring
Jason
in
Benetti.
announcers from teams. So
And by the way, Joey
Oral
Votto
did it recently.
Joey Votto was fantastic last night. I think that's the first time he's done it. Kruk did his normal thing, and I want you to listen to this exchange, John Kruk during the game.
John Kruk is a connoisseur of reality television.
Yeah, big one now. Binge watching.
Are you watching Love Island on Peacock?
Not anymore.
But you used to.
Yes.
What happened?
But now, I've watched them all. Now I'm on to Peacock's very own Married at First Sight.
And tell everybody the premise if they haven't watched it.
These three psychiatrists or whatever, they interview people and then they try to match them with what they think would be their perfect mate. Boy, do they fail miserably sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm on it, man. Season 12.
So they're using analytics to match.
Analytics, yeah, and it's a backfire sometimes.
Using analytics, I love it.
That's how we actually build the booth here.
Yeah, so John, a
I haven't
reality
seen
TV
that one.
fan.
Emily, have you seen that one?
I've heard about it, haven't seen it, but Brian said he has seen an episode or two.
I have seen one or two episodes, and like he said, it's a little weird. You know, they start off.
Does it work?
I haven't gotten to that part.
You haven't gotten to that part
I'm
yet.
still in the deliberation stage of the analytic stage.
That's a terrible idea, by the way, trying to marry at first sight.
It's different than 90 Day Fiance, right? 90 Day Fiance is the whole thing where like they meet them at a cruise or abroad, they bring them over, and they have to get married in 90 days.
Yes.
Have you seen that, Brian?
Yeah, that's more like international. You know, you find somebody, you fall in love overseas, kind of thing.
Falling in love.
Do you know anybody that watches that Love Island show, which is on like every single night for weeks?
Emily.
Brian did. I didn't, but Brian did.
Oh, I thought you did.
Like 5 days a week.
5
I'm
days a
sad
week.
it's over.
BC's seriously. BC's watching Love Island 5 nights a week. Can you believe
Doesn't that girl from Vanderpump, Ariana, host that, Brian?
That's right, and I believe she's up for an award.
She got
now
nominated for an
host.
Emmy
Yeah.
for
God
hosting.
bless her after she got cheated on, poor girl.
Yep.
Mason, I will say, it's massive. Like, I will say everybody younger than me
Love
in this
Island?
office is watching Love Island.
Yeah.
I'm
just
sure
don't have
everybody
that,
back there.
that kind of time.
How did we
5
not?
nights a week.
Is that the show we tried to get Parker on?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
He would have done well on it.
Yeah, he could have done well.
But now he's, committed long term.
So we missed the window.
Yeah, it was there.
Hey, let me ask you guys
Let me real
something.
quick, John, say Rams training camp is back today. Tune in this afternoon, 3 to 6, for DeMarco, Travis, and Marcus Grant, live from Rams training camp at LMU. Training camp coverage on ESPN LA, powered by Waba Grill. It's for you. All right, sorry about that.
Okay, so here's my question. All NFL teams, I think after today, all 32 teams will have reported for training camp.
Yes.
So Mike Vrabel, the coach of the Patriots, did something interesting over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
He came to do his first training camp press conference. And, Vrabel was involved in all that off-season controversy, that Diana Rossini stuff. And so he was in a scandal, a cheating scandal.
Yes.
He brought with him to the press conference. So when he walked up, he brought his new puppy and was holding the puppy while he was doing the interviews. So
Okay.
here's my question. Did he do that to avoid having to answer tough questions?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it totally unrelated
No,
that he
I-
brought a puppy to the podium?
I
It's
think
a German Shepherd puppy named BB.
Yeah, I think BB was a puppy shield.
I do too.
Shielded.
Emily, what do you think?
I think it was a not so tactical PR move, but they did say, I don't know if it's his puppy, but they had other shelter dogs there. They're trying to do good things for animal shelters.
Well, that's nice. Yeah. And I mean, if you can't get a baby, get a puppy. Nobody can ask hard questions when you're holding a puppy. Apparently,
Mace, if you were a reporter in the press conference, would you have asked your questions regardless of the puppy, or does the puppy diffuse it?
I think the puppy, it's because you're going to get from all the reporters like, "Aw," and then you don't.
Here's
wanna
what
ask a
one
tough
writer.
question.
Here's what one writer wrote on X. PR team working overtime here for Vrabel. Pressers with puppies is the easiest way to A, disarm the tension in the room, B, soften the person's image to the press. He can't be that bad with a puppy, right? The biggest problem in Vrabel's case is we all see through it, which then devalues the whole reason of having the puppy with you in the first place. Probably would have been better off just not doing the presser at all if I were to guess.
Yes.
What do you think?
He should be facing tough questions. Has he actually addressed the whole?
He has,
They
but
did.
not very
Tactfully.
aggressively.
Not aggressively.
Like, remember when the Eagles were losing at some point? I think it was either last year or the year before, and Nick Sirianni brought his daughters out with him to the press conference
makes
after
it
the
tough,
game.
yeah.
I believe that they lost. And everyone can see through that. You just didn't want the hard questions in front of these kids, and it's
now the
it's
puppy
funny.
though. Yeah, I guess you could still ask a tough question. If
No, I'd ask
the
a
guy's
puppy
whole-
a tough question.
You'd ask the puppy a tough question.
Yeah, I'd say, you know.
What does the puppy think about your off-the-field scandal?
Yes.
Yeah. What does BB think of Diana Rossini? That kind of thing.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I will say.
So in Mason, that way, if it worked and it appears to work, was it kind of a genius move by Vrabel?
I think it is genius. I'm going to carry my puppy everywhere.
Unless he brings a puppy to every single press conference from now until the end of the season, I think he's going to be asked some tough questions.
If I was holding
Here's one reporter tweeted this. This is pretty funny. Please tell me we're not going to have an NFL coach Herb Streeting a dog all season
that's
because he's in PR trouble. We have to start being adults about this.
Yeah,
and
that's
Herb
actually
Streeting is
funny.
bringing, where Kirk Street brings his dog everywhere.
Kirk always brings his dog to work.
So I got a dog etiquette question. My dogs go to the dog park all the time, and they go to the small dog park. There's a small one and a big one. And my dogs are fine when all the dogs in the small dog park are small. But there is a guy who brings his Great Dane named Bo into the small dogs part.
And you
of
were
the
already
dog
saying
park.
last week that Ron is not a dog park fan.
Right, and he is not a fan of big dogs. Like, Ron's okay with little dogs, but when you put a Great Dane in there, and I'm questioning, should I say something to him? Should I say,
Does it say small dog park? Like
it says
clearly?
small dogs right there. And this is,
does it?
Yeah, there should be like one of those
Then I think
Disneyland
you can-
height limit things.
Well, then I think you can say something. If it's clearly marked small dog park, just very politely go up to him and go, "Hey, what's your dog's name?" He'll Bo.
Bo, it's Bo.
So we have, just so you know, we have two dog parks here. This is for the small dogs. Bo should be over in the big dog park because our small dogs tend to get scared with big dogs. So I'm just letting you know.
So
And
you
then
would
just
have
walk
that
away.
conversation.
Yeah, politely.
Yeah, got to be polite about it.
And he might tell you to F off.
Yeah, he definitely could say, "Screw you! I want my dog where I want my dog." Yes.
Yeah.
M. By the way, you're not a dog person.
I feel about dogs how some people feel about kids, where it's like, I like being like the aunt coming in and be like, "Oh, so cute."
Yeah, she's in charge of Murphy
Oh,
the dog
that's right.
when she goes to my house.
But I don't think that I want to be a dog owner in the near future.
Okay, got it.
So it's kind of like with kids.
I think this experience of watching Murphy the Labradoodle
Change your mind.
I will say-
will go one way or the other. Em, it'll either confirm your feeling that you'll never want a dog. This happened with
Murphy's
Trudell.
very cute.
Trudell came over right before him and Annie got married and watched the Puggle Reagan for a week, and Annie fell in love with the dog. Trudell hates dogs, and he said, "Okay, we can get a dog." And then they got Lila, their dog, and had Lila, and Lila just passed away, but had Lila for like 13 years.
Wow.
So, I mean, Emma, this will be good for you. It'll swing you one way or the other.
Yes, and I'm not anti-dog.
Right.
I'm not ready to commit to a dog
It's
just
a
yet.
big commitment.
Yes.
It is a big commitment. Yeah, no question.
I'll freeze my dog eggs and make the decision in the future.
Yes. All right. From one NFL coaching story to another, we will get into it coming up next. What went on with Kyle Shanahan?
Very weird.
It is
that
very
story.
weird. Yeah, we'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, you've heard me talking about Blue Ice Vodka, the largest American potato vodka, rated double gold. It's also one of the lowest calorie vodkas on the market, gluten-free, non-GMO, and crafted to elevate every sip. Their classic potato vodka is only 64 calories an ounce. Most vodka, I learned this from Tom Gibson, who runs Blue Ice, most vodka is made from corn. Probably almost all the vodka you've had in your life is from corn. Blue Ice is made from potatoes. And because of that, it tastes better, it's lower calorie, And Blue Ice is a company, American-made, farm-to-bottle from Idaho potatoes. They're committed to sustainable, eco-friendly production, so you can feel good about drinking it. They have 3 flavors: classic potato vodka, huckleberry, or double espresso. When they say vodka with standards, they mean it. No additives, no artificial flavors, no hidden sugars, just clean, premium vodka. Blue Ice Vodka. Clean, American-made vodka with standards. Blue Ice.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
LeBron has been the most criticized athlete of this particular generation.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Luka is not that. He's going to get a level of criticism if this thing goes sideways for some reason or another. Look, I don't think it's going to go sideways. I think they're going to be a playoff team. My questions is based on what the roster currently looks like. I wonder what it looks like in the postseason. But as I said yesterday, if this build resembles what the Dodgers build was under Andrew Friedman and when Mark Walter took over, it may take a minute. They'll be ultra competitive for a while, and then they'll make certain moves that will cement them in the championship category. I don't necessarily believe they're there, but I don't think they're far away necessarily. I think they're about a player or so short.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
The bikini debuted in July of 1948. Coincidentally, that's the last time I felt ready to wear one. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Appetite for Destruction plays the music of Guns N' Roses. Poolside playback, August 13th.
Number 2.
Summertime is pool time. Rent a casita with a private pool.
And the number 1 reason.
Don't pay high prices for gas. Morongo's Travel Center prices are the lowest priced gas around.
Morongo, good times.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams. The biggest show on the radio, this is Mason in Ireland. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
San Francisco 49ers. Now, Shanahan was involved in a pretty serious accident. He ended up with a severe concussion, broken ribs, a broken hand, a broken nose, and more than 40 stitches. And Mike Florio is saying it is malpractice and a breach of journalistic ethics to keep it quiet as the organization asked them to.
All right, so here's a little background on it. The accident was on July 14th.
Yes.
Today's the 27th. So the Niners didn't say anything about it, but according to Florio, most of the Niners beat writers knew about it. And the Niners said, we'll address it at the start of training camp. We'd appreciate if you would hold it until then. And they did. All these reporters decided not to report it. I can't decide whether or not this is a breach of ethics like Florio, because if Sean McVay got in a car accident, it would be a huge story in Los Angeles.
And it would get reported.
But if they asked us not to report it, since we're the Ram station, we would probably honor that. But I don't think Carrie Klein or Sarah Barshop or anybody who covers the team regularly would not report it. You know what I mean?
I was
so I'm surprised they were able to keep this quiet for as long as they did.
If it had happened to, I'm just going to hypothetically, Brock Purdy, we would know right away.
Right, but this is what makes it a little difficult. He's a player, and so you might not be able to play. You can play without your coach.
Right, but when your head coach is in the hospital and can't coach for a couple of weeks, I think
they're saying he may miss the Australia game.
Well, then if the injuries are that serious, why wouldn't you be transparent with your fans?
Maybe they were waiting until they got the full breadth of what happened, because also with concussions, it can change over a period of time, seeing how he does long term. I'm honestly okay with them sitting on it, because sometimes I feel like I just don't need to know. I don't need to know that. I don't think it feels like an invasion of privacy in a way, because he was in a serious car accident and is going through all that. So that's where I feel I'm on the side of the beat writers who made that decision.
But do you agree that if it was Brock Purdy, we would know?
I do.
Yes.
Tiger Woods, we knew 10 minutes after the accident.
But even then, I also feel weird about that.
Yeah, but it's news.
Sure.
Well, but Mace, it's news if it affects the job, but then we're getting into a sticky area. Like let's say some famous athlete in LA was going through a divorce.
Right.
Is that fair game? I've always felt like families are off limits.
Yeah,
so.
I'm not a big fan of that. Like there were situations, child support and all that stuff that we didn't talk about, and I consider
always
not
just
in the
live by the rule that family and kids are off limits. But if it's a one car accident, and I don't know if it was one car, but Kyle Shannon was the only one who got hurt.
Right.
I'm not sure where what's the
he
right word
literally
I'm looking
can't
for?
coach.
Right.
Don't you think that San Francisco 49er fans would want to know, oh, crap, Shanahan, accident, can't coach. What are we going to do
want
now?
to know, but is it the media's responsibility to tell them right away?
Well, let's give a local example for this. So Stetson Bennett, when he was, I believe, as his rookie season, was away from the team for a long time.
Yes.
And then came back and is great. But the media, I'm sure there are beat writers that know what happened.
I do not know specifically what happened.
No,
I have a general idea, but I do not.
I'm sure beat writers know.
But
had never
if
revealed
that would have been Matthew Stafford and not Stetson Bennett, does that change the equation? I think it does.
Because yes, if your starting quarterback is gone for half the season with whatever, they didn't actually specify ever what it was. Yes, that makes a difference if it's a starter versus a backup.
Yeah, I think the other side of the argument, if you think about it, occurred during the off season. It was a personal accident. It wasn't related to football. There was no wrongdoing. He and his family deserve privacy. Doctors evaluate his condition, blah, blah, blah. There is another side to this. I just think when the head coach of an NFL team gets into a car accident, which is really serious, that's news. And I kind of agree with Florio. It's weird that it wasn't reported.
I don't have anything to refute that. And I'm glad we weren't the ones. Like I'm glad Shanahan's okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that he's gonna. But if it was McVay and the Rams asked us not to report it, it would have put us in a really tough spot.
It would,
because we're the Rams station.
Yes.
But my thought is, even if we agreed not to report it, somebody else would have. That's what surprises me, is that somebody that has no contract with the Niners that knew about it didn't report it. That seems a little weird.
What about, to me, why wouldn't people in the news department of various organizations not report this?
Well, and then maybe news departments have been cut so bare bones. But
yeah, that
like
could be
Florio
true.
makes the point here that that they at one point, he writes, Shanahan's accident happened on a public roadway. Public agencies responded to it. Basic information about the situation was publicly available, and folks who publicize relevant information to the public for a living chose not to until they got the go-ahead from the Niners. That's what makes this unusual. But maybe it makes it tricky because, like Emily said, what if the injuries would have turned for the worse?
Right. But we know about, for example, I'll just say a Los Angeles Ram, an important one, who was wandering through the streets drunk at the Super Bowl. Now, we know that. We know who it is. And it was news. So, I mean, I think I just think if you're a San Francisco 49ers fan, you want to know if somebody else might coach the Australia game.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right, so real quick, I want to dunk this in. John Lynch I found this clip. John Lynch, the general manager, president of football operations for
Mike Shanahan's boss.
My least favorite NFL team, the San Francisco 49ers, was doing a podcast. Listen to what he said.
Off season, I read some John Wooden, and one of the early things was that everything he says is so poignant. It's like you read his book and you highlight everything. And one of them was, don't lose sleep worrying about your competition. Let them lose sleep worrying about you. Funny story, I was sharing that with Kyle right about when Myles Garrett joined the Rams. And he was going, man, that's really cool. And as we were speaking, that came out, and Kyle said, you know what, F John Wooden. That's we understand what we're going up against, but we're more focused on being at our best, and that we think is going to be pretty damn good.
Phrase that you don't hear very often, F John Wooden.
Well, I don't know if that philosophy works in the modern-day NFL.
No.
For example, if Sean McVay only worried about the Rams and only worried about what they were doing but paid zero attention to the opponent, like didn't look at film, didn't study, didn't scout him, doesn't that put the Rams at a competitive disadvantage?
Sure it does. Even more so if you think about the NBA. Oklahoma City, San Antonio, really good. A lot of teams are scheming, how do we beat those teams 4 out of 7? And if you don't think that way, you probably aren't going to have any chance to beat
But
them.
also you might want to construct your team with what you think the best version of your team is, not maybe who's the best person to go against, Wemby. Who's the best person to go? You have to make your best team first.
Well, Emily, here's the problem with that. Let's say you have a chance to build a really good team, but you don't have a center. But you've got 5 great players. And you think, okay, these 5 together are going to be a problem. Then you run into Wemby. He could just annihilate you. He's 7'5". I mean, you have to look at what your competition is doing, in my opinion. I think you have to.
Yeah, me too. I agree with that. All right, coming up next, I think I found a name for my next dog. We're a 3-dog house, John. We're getting
right
another
now.
dog.
You are?
No, we're getting another one right after.
I know you have been in the past.
Yeah, for football season, we're getting another dog because we're home all the time and we can train him. But I've got a great idea for a name. It's being used all over the world. I'll tell you what it is coming up next. In the meantime, Cosm brings fans together for the ultimate immersive sports experience. You can watch all your favorite summer sports on massive high-res displays surrounded by fellow fans. It is so cool. I've been there so many times for so many different events, from cinema experiences like Cirque du Soleil and The Matrix to games. I've seen USC football. I've seen the Lakers. I've seen the Rams. I saw Game 7 of the World Series there. Incredible. And watching the game from inside the dome, you feel like you're transported to the action. Be part of the action. Get this, at SummerSlam 2026 in shared reality at Cosm. That is coming up on August the 1st. I think that's Saturday, right? Yeah, that is this Saturday. Be part of the action. Cosm's immersive display surrounds you in the sights and sounds of one of the WWE's biggest events and brings the superstars to life. Experience every slam and every strike and every finish like never before. Take the biggest party of the summer to a new level, putting you ringside. Find your tickets today at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Cosm.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Man, you're sweating again, huh?
A little bit.
Is this the thing again?
It might be you. Every time you walk in, I start sweating.
No, is this the thing that like
That's what it
last?
is. I don't know why. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you may meet a friend of mine that I work out with tomorrow.
I'm a little.
Yeah, my wrestler buddy may come up.
All right.
I want to bring him in to meet you.
You want me to wear a cup?
No, you'll be all right. You'll be all right, I think.
Why is that the first area you thought you might go for?
Well, he's got to reach down there. I want to be prepared.
Yeah. His name is The Epic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he like booger sugar?
No.
Oh.
He may show up tomorrow. We're still kicking it around. If you, I'm a little nervous about it.
All right.
Yeah, you and him in the same room.
I'm not worried. Even if he attacks me, it's okay.
No, he's not going to attack you.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Hi, it's Ramona Shelburne. Right now, lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE for just $299 a month. Comes with owner's insurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Take it from me. With next-level customer service and incredible dealer incentives, your next Hyundai is waiting for you at Hyundai of Glendale. Call 818-222-8000 or check them out at HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$299 per month plus tax. Close and lease for 24 months. $47.49 total due and signing plus government fees and taxes. Unapproved above average credit through HMF. Social security deposit. 7,500 miles per year. 20 cents per access miles. Expires 7/31/26.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football.
Dallas Reigns, former backup quarterback for the Florida State Seminoles.
A quarterback at Florida
So,
State.
John, over 500 newborn babies in Peru have been named after Erling Haaland.
No kidding.
Peru's National Registry has registered 406.
And he's not even from Peru.
No. 468 newborns with Haaland, Haaland, while another 91 were given the full name, Erling Haaland, in the latest bout reflecting the Norwegian footballer's influence. That's how big football is around the world. They're naming kids in Peru after the star of Norway.
I find it odd that, I could see that happening in Norway.
In Norway. Right, but down
They're
in
not
Peru.
naming him Pulisic, though.
Haaland is big. Yeah, nobody's getting named Pulisic. You're absolutely right.
Okay,
Anna.
but if you had a dog, would you want it to be Erling Haaland or Erling Haaland as your dog's name?
I'd like just Haaland. Haaland. Haaland is
Call
a
him
good name.
Holly?
Holly is good, yeah. Holly boy. All right, Rams training camp is back. ESPN LA's coverage and content is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. John, you know what happens tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
What if I told you?
It won't be Ramona's special, but Tisha Thompson's podcast is going to come out, the first 2 episodes. It's called The Betrayal of Shohei Ohtani. And she is digging into this story and trying to figure out who knew what, when, how it all went down, all that stuff. And I want to play, this is a longish clip, but it's dramatic and it gives you a flavor of what to expect in these episodes that come out tomorrow. By the way, Tisha is going to join us Friday to talk about it.
Oh, good.
Here's a teaser promo for the betrayal of Shohei Ohtani.
And I learned there is a paper trail that connects Shohei Ohtani to Matt Boyer. And I've tracked down a source who has that proof. But they're nervous, and it takes weeks before the source agrees to show it to me. And they're not going to make it easy. It's the middle of the night. I'm driving to meet my contact. I find them standing outside of a car in a parking lot waiting for me. I drop into the passenger seat. The contact hands me a cell phone and tells me the proof I want will appear on an encrypted app, and each image will disappear in 30 seconds. I can't take pictures, but I can take notes. I pull out my notebook, and I tell my contact, I'm ready. A document appears on the screen, September 14th, 2023, $500,000. I spot the word loan and scribble it down in my notebook, but I don't have time to ask questions because the second document appears, October 2nd, 2023, $500,000. Both documents include the same long list of numbers on the screen. Later, after I drive away, I will stare at the jumble of letters and numbers I scribbled into my notebook, and I'll realize it's routing information. I just saw wire transfers from a bank account at Bank of America, and there's a name attached to the account, Shohei Ohtani. According to the screenshots I just saw, Shohei Ohtani's bank account sent wire transfers to Matt Boyer's illegal bookmaking operation. I saw 2 of them, totaling $1 million. I've got it. The direct link between Shohei and the bookie's operation. But before I can even begin to wrap my head around what I've seen, a source reaches out with new information and a new name, Ippei Mizuhara, Shohei's interpreter for the past 6 years. The source tells me Ippei is prepared to say he was the one gambling and that Shohei was paying his debts.
Well,
drama. That's
okay.
drama.
I know you believe Shohei didn't know anything.
I do.
I think he probably did.
No, I don't know.
But even I, as a skeptic, would argue that doesn't prove anything.
No.
Because what I think they alleged happened was that Shohei trusted Ippei implicitly, including with his bank account.
Mm-hmm.
So Ippei could take money out of that Bank of America account and just forge Shohei's signature, and I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I do too.
So, I mean, even me, who thinks that there may be some awareness on Shohei's behalf that Ippei was gambling his money away, I don't think that clip proves it.
No.
We can talk to Tisha about it on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I think she goes deeper. How many episodes is this podcast? Do we know?
6 episodes in total. They're dropping 2 tomorrow, and then I think after that it's weekly.
Yeah.
And we can also ask Tisha about this when she comes on Friday.
Yeah. She goes deep on this, 6 episodes. So what if I told you about the betrayal of Shohei Ohtani?
Right. I don't think that alone, me personally.
Yep.
I don't think a routing number from Shohei's account to Matt Boyer, and by the way, we had Matt Boyer in studio for an hour one day.
That's
and
right.
He told us he doesn't even know if Shohei knew.
Right.
He just dealt with Ippei. So, Mace, I don't think that particular clip, I'll listen to the whole podcast.
Yeah,
but
me too.
That particular clip, to me, doesn't prove that Shohei knew anything.
No, it proves money was coming out of his account and going to Boyer in the illegal gambling ring, but it does not prove that Shohei was the one who did it. Now, I want to dial this back a quint. Could anybody have ever done this to you, taken your money, sent it away without your knowledge?
Yes.
Me too.
Lisa runs most of our finances, so she would probably catch it. But if I'm being honest, and your question is, could somebody take money out of my account and I not know about it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had a business manager for a long time who had access to every single dollar I had. He could have been doing anything with that money and sending me balance sheets that said I was still whole.
Right.
So
what was that? What was the premise of that movie Office Space? They were taking just pennies out each week, and it added up to a lot over. Yeah. Yeah.
I like his whole catalog.
GPS report.
My favorite line is, I like the whole catalog, the Michael Bolton catalog. So damn funny. John C. McGinley was in that scene. All right. Coming up next for you, we're going to do some fast track. And I also want to talk about that cheap-ass guy up in Portland that owns the Blazers now.
Yeah, boy, is that getting weird.
Yeah, we'll do that coming up as well. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
I love how the Rams are involved in every rumor.
Well,
It's
wait,
fantastic.
but isn't every LA team involved in every rumor?
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
When you talk about Tariq Skubal, you immediately go Don. When you talk about Giannis, you immediately go Lakers. When you talk about a guy like Myles Garrett, the first name that comes to mind is Rams. I'll tell you one thing, though. When you think about Myles Garrett, the rumors began, George, last basketball season when Myles Garrett showed up in the ESPN LA suite.
Yeah.
People started circulating it around. Oh, my God, Myles Garrett's in the ESPN LA suite. You know that ESPN LA is a business partner of the LA Rams. That's
They're
where
also a
these rumors
business
started.
partner of the Cleveland Browns. So.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just circulating rumors.
Yeah, but nobody, I don't think anybody circulated that except
I
you.
just did. Yeah,
You're the
I
only one that
circulated
knew.
it. I
Well,
just
that
did.
was you.
Yeah, it was me who did.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that was me.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Call Jacob. Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
And John, we are friends with Jacob and Ronnie, who is like the guy if you're involved in any kind of accident.
So if you get in an accident, what's your first thought? Like, what do I do? Where should I go? Who should I talk to? This is easy. You just call Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Yeah, I mean, the car's totaled. Who do you count on? The adjuster calls. Who do you count on? When you can't work, who do you count on? When your kid is hurt, who do you count on? Count on Jacob.
Again, that number is 800-345-6789. Just put it in your phone. Once you get it in your phone, then you don't have to think if one of these things happens to you. You counted on Jacob, and it worked out great for you.
Absolutely did. 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hey, LA and OC, if you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Hosting, grilling, you just want a great dinner? Start at Wild Fork Foods. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork, quality meat and seafood, low prices, largest variety in one store.
Empower. Katie got a VIP box for the postseason. She worked with Empower to help her get good at money so she can be a little bad. She planned well and was able to bring the whole family.
Who wants homemade egg salad sandwiches?
Even Beth.
Horseradish? Anyone? How about some tuna on rye?
Oh, strike three, Beth. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Harry Douglas here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of that guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's delicious, portable, zero sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on the summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com and on Amazon.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
It is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350 cube, 3 1/4 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plane manifold, open race cams.
Fast Track on Mason in Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
Zoom, zoom, man.
All right, so I know you guys both like to hear fantastical announcers get overly excited about this.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to play this for you, but first I'm going to give you some context. So the County Mayo in Ireland broke a 75-year championship drought in Gaelic football. So Gaelic football is like similar to rugby, a mixture of like rugby and our Americanized football. But Mayo had lost 11 times in the All-Ireland Senior Football Championship Finals before they beat Kerry this past weekend. So the curse began in 1951. Here is the call of them winning this game.
Get it out of there! Get it out of there! Get it out of there!
Go on, get men loose!
They have men loose. It's David McBride! It's David McBride! There's 30 seconds to go! There's 30 seconds to go! Go to the corner!
Hold on to
right until who has the ball! Right until who has the ball! We're 45 yards from the county goal! It's Colby! He's got Tommy Conroy! Tommy Conroy's in for a goal! He's got Colby! Yeah! Tommy Conroy! Oh my God! He sent it over the top! Oh my God! Delirium!
They have to get a goal!
It's over! There's 30 seconds! There's 5 seconds to go!
He absolutely was unclear! Thank you, referee!
The famine! Yes! The famine is over! The famine is over! The curse be down! Hit the nuclear button! Mayo have won the All-Ireland! Sam McGuire is coming home!
Oh my God!
Is that the most incredible call you've ever heard?
It's incredible. That's
good for them.
That is, they are fired up.
Do you think that the Buffalo Bills, if they ever win a Super Bowl, will have a reaction similar to that when they finally get over the line?
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, they could, for sure. It's been a long time.
I mean, they've done nothing but lose in the Super Bowl.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
A guy kept. Is that a guy?
I think they were both incredible. Men. Yes, they sounded a little bit like Mickey.
Yeah, they did. One guy sounded like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, but congratulations to the County Dairy for finally breaking. The famine is over.
There you go.
The famine is over.
All right. If you need more Lakers talk in your life, the ball knower extreme duo of Mike Trudell and Geeter McGee are back tonight at 6 o'clock here on 710 ESPN and on the ESPN LA app. Jonathan Kuminga, is he coming? Do the Lakers have enough wing depth without that signing? Discuss it tonight on Lakers Talk with Geeter and Trudell at 6 p.m. Vroom, vroom, Brian.
Fast track.
I did something pretty cool over the weekend on Saturday. Went to a brand new mini golf place in San Clemente called Salty Turf.
Yep.
Been over for a couple weeks now. Pretty cool thing here they do. So there's two sides. So there's the classic mini golf course, all the wacky kind of fun, hit the ball
through
up
the windmill and the clown's
right.
mouth and all that.
The other side is a replica course of different PGA tours.
Oh, that's
cool. So there's holes from Torrey Pines, Pebble Beach, Augusta National. You play 18 holes, and it's a little simulation kind of, replicas.
Yeah.
This place was absolutely insane. It was packed to the brim. Everybody was on the PGA side. Almost nobody really going with the classic,
Everybody was playing the PGA. Yeah.
Two things here. What side are you picking if you're going for a little mini golf action? And then pretty smart idea, right? I'm surprised it hasn't been done before.
Ireland, which do you play?
I would go to the simulated ones where I could play like Augusta and all, because I think at any other mini golf course, that would be the same, but I've never heard of anybody like duplicating holes of another place. Brian, do you remember how much it costs?
I believe it was $20 a game.
That's not too bad.
So $20 a course. Per se.
You know which way I'm going. Clown mouth.
Why not?
I want the zany course. Give me the crazy course. I don't know anything from these holes at other courses. Just give me a clown and a windmill, and I'm happy. By the way, this is Ireland. This is interesting what Brian's bringing up, because there are lots of these unique experiences now that people, kind of a night out. This sounds like a really cool night out. Top Golf is obviously a really good night. Cosm is a great night out. It's like these are sorts of big experiences that people can have now. It's almost, and like Cosm now is in Cleveland and Detroit and Dallas. I mean, Cosm's, Cosm's going everywhere. And the same thing with this. I mean, if you put together a good course, that's fun.
I would go again. So they got me back.
There you go. Joe Buck, who, let's
got into the Hall of Fame over the weekend.
Yeah, got into the Hall of Fame. Not a huge Dodger fan.
Oh, would you stop?
But in his speech, he talked about dealing with nepotism. He brought it up. He says he has felt guilt for it. He explained that he's leaving that on the stage today when he walks out. That quickly led to thanks to nepotism and the novelty of having Joe Buck's kid call Cardinal games.
Jack Buck.
What I considered the best gig in the business. I got my baptism at 21. It was my own little personal game of Monopoly as I got to pass go, leapfrog over many people who were broadcasting in the minor leagues who were far more qualified to call big league baseball than I was at that stage in my life. Believe me, I felt the guilt back then. I heard the criticism. Weirdly enough, I still feel the guilt, and I still hear the criticism to this day, but I'm leaving that on this Hall of Fame stage when I walk out of here. Now, I don't think anybody should feel guilt about nepotism. It's just a reality. And some people, not everybody starts at the same starting line. Some people start a little bit ahead, and that's what's going on with people whose parents they're following in their footsteps. But there's no reason to feel guilt over it, despite the fact that some people diminish the success of what we call Nepo kids.
Here's what I think in general. We've talked about this a lot on the show. What I think about nepotism. It can get you opportunities, but if you're not any good, you'll burn out quick.
Yes.
Joe Buck's really good. It may have been that he grew up listening to Jack Buck, listening to his dad. And he wrote a book called Lucky Bastard because his dad was married and then had a girlfriend, and that girlfriend was Joe's mom. And I think Jack eventually went on to marry her. But he openly admits that he was born on third base and took advantage of it.
Yes.
And that's why he was conflicted in giving that Hall of Fame speech. But anybody who's listening to Joe Buck call a baseball game or a football game, he's great. When he had to do golf for a few years for Fox, he was great.
Yeah.
I would use the example of Noah Eagle.
Oh, yeah.
So Ian's son, Noah, was the Clipper play-by-play guy for 3 years, and he just killed it. He's great. So now he's like the lead football and basketball voice for NBC.
Yep.
Jax Collinsworth, Chris's son, was given an opportunity, and he burned out. He wasn't any good.
Yep.
So he's now out. So I think nepotism can get you in, but you have to then prove your mettle or you're out.
I want to give a shout-out on this note to – you don't watch the pit, John, but we all watch the pit. And Bryan Cranston's daughter is on there.
Oh, no kidding.
She is she acts under the name – her professional name is Taylor Dearden. Dearden is
So wait a minute.
Brian's
That's an
wife, Robin's
interesting
name.
choice by Taylor. She could have ridden Brian's coattails, and she elected to go the other way.
She took her mom's name, instead
Good
of Brian's name. And let me tell you something. She is so great. She is one of the very best things on the show. Brian, would you agree on that?
100%. Yeah, she brings it all together.
She just, that's a show that you've got to have a certain stomach to watch. But man, if you could get into it, it is. I think it's the best show on
this
TV.
about me. I cannot watch hospital shows. Never watched an episode of ER. Never watched Chicago
Hope
Med. Never watched St. Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Never watch. I can't do hospital shows.
And by the way, this one, and
Grey's Anatomy.
I never watched ER. I never watched it. This is my first hospital show, but it is like the stuff is like pretty gruesome. There's some pretty.
I still
gruesome
look away
stuff.
A couple times an episode.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know what I do? I hold my hand up in front of my face so I don't see certain things. But it's a hell of a great show, and there is no better actor right now than Noah Wyle. He is just incredible on that show. So Max Kellerman was talking to Rich Paul on their Game Over podcast.
Right.
And I want you to listen to this. They evoke Kobe Bryant's name. Listen to this.
And now is playing for the Sixers right in Kobe's hometown, basically.
I actually think this is something Kobe would be extremely, I don't know if proud's the right word.
Proud is the word, I think.
Yeah, but I think he would be like, hell yeah.
Right.
Because
it's a
competitive
challenge.
Move. It's a competitive move. It's a challenge.
I think Kobe would kind of like, good for him. I don't think Kobe would like, by the way, it's not smart to bring up the fact, because he's already followed Kobe once, to emphasize the fact that Kobe is from Philly and he's following there. Do you think, what reaction, what do you think of the clip?
Kobe is a LeBron fan. I mean, I talked to Kobe about LeBron.
Yeah.
So he, I think had Kobe still been alive, LeBron's experience in L.A. may have been a little more positive.
Yes.
Because the fans turned on LeBron right away, and Kobe wasn't there to say, hey, guys, this guy's one of the greatest players ever, and we should welcome him here. Had that happened, maybe it would have softened the blow, but it didn't for obvious reasons. So I don't think Kobe would have any issue with LeBron doing what he did.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, we have to stop comparing everybody to Kobe. Just stop comparing people to Kobe. Kobe is like one of one, own unique, iconic self. I think you should be careful when you invoke his name, because it's thrown around so he's
Right.
like Kobe. He's like
he's
Kobe.
not here
It's
to
like,
give his own opinion,
yeah,
which makes it more complicated.
It's like nobody's Kobe. You know, that guy's not Kobe. That guy's not. People use the comparison all the time.
People used to do it to him and said he's the closest thing to MJ, and Kobe would always say, don't compare me to MJ. You know, he was one of one. I'm going to make my own path. And now, you know, that kind of applies to LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron's not Kobe, and nobody ever will be. So you can stop the comparisons. But for whatever reason, Laker fans did compare him to Kobe, and
Sure.
LeBron didn't do well in that comparison. So that was one of the reasons they ran him out of town on a rail.
Yeah.
But, it's now.
We should point out that when we say ran him out of town on the rail, the Lakers, I don't believe, ran him out of town
Not at all.
on a rail.
No, I thought it was one of the cleanest breakups I've ever seen.
It was really, it's just time to move on. Both sides.
Right.
Not time. Fans, a lot of fans were out there building a rail to run him out of town. But yeah, the Lakers certainly did not. All right, coming up next, we're going to do some more Fast Track. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, I get to talk about Globe Life, which is one of our new partners here at ESPN LA. And besides being the number one life insurance company in the United States, Globe Life has opportunities for people looking for their next career move. If you're ready to check into a bigger game, Globe Life is looking for people who want more than just a job. If you want to set your own schedule, build something of your own, and help families protect what matters most, you got to look into this. If you have no experience, it's no problem. Training is provided, and you don't need anything to get started. It's not a desk job. It's a shot at building a legacy on your own terms. If you're ready to get off the bench and get into the game, explore career opportunities at globelifecareers.com. That's globelifecareers.com. Globe Life, the official life insurance company of the Los Angeles Lakers.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
It is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
The personalities you know.
The teams you love.
Keeping it there for Son. Puts it on the left foot shot. And in! Oh, Son again! Golazo, golazo, golazo! The teams you love.
The station you spend time with every day.
LA's mega sports station.
ESPN LA 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app.
The bikini debuted in July of 1948. Coincidentally, that's the last time I felt ready to wear one. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Appetite for Destruction plays the music of Guns N' Roses. Poolside playback, August 13th.
Number 2.
Summertime is pool time. Rent a casita with a private pool.
And the number 1 reason.
Don't pay high prices for gas. Morongo's Travel Center prices are the lowest priced gas around.
Morongo, good times.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better.
Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
Vroom, vroom, man.
So there's an interesting battle happening in Culver City. So Culver City is close to where I live. And I'm pretty familiar with this as well as I'm familiar with the In-N-Out that's on Venice, right near downtown Culver City.
It is within stumbling distance of my house.
Exactly. So what's great about Culver City, it's got its own little vibe, okay? But they are aiming or ideally trying to ban all new drive-thrus.
Yes.
So I know that like you'll go through Culver City and you'll see a McDonald's that has a drive-thru, but they are trying to ban new drive-thrus.
Why?
Because they believe that there's like an environmental impact of like cars stalling out all the gas fumes from having that, as well as wants to encourage people to at least get out of their cars to get their fatty food.
Plus, there's one right there, right by Culver City.
This is why I don't think I talked about this yet. So they wanted to In-N-Out wanted to do another In-N-Out in Culver City, and so this is where the big battle is coming from. Is that Culver City doesn't want another In-N-Out because of the drive-thru. Because they're trying to ban future drive-thrus. Is banning drive-thrus a good idea?
I don't think so. But I will say this, Mace. The Culver City by my house over in Hawthorne has a line of cars at it at all times of the day. So I can understand why they might be concerned about it. But, I mean, drive-thrus are good. You got to get in and get out.
Yeah, but, Culver City is it's kind of quaint. Like, it's kind of
It's trying to be a small town in a large city.
Yeah, I mean, there's that Wendy's up there. The stuff on Venice Boulevard I'm okay with, but I don't want anything in downtown Culver City or in that area because it's a cool spot.
I would say that no drive-thru would deter me going places. Like, it would have the effect of me not going to get fast food as often if I didn't have a drive-thru.
Yes.
So if that's their desired outcome, then it would probably work.
Yeah, and there's one right there. And by the way, it is stumbling distance from my house. I have stumbled there. I've stumbled to Taco Bell. Get a little loaded, need some fast food. It's right there. Hey, Rams training camp is back today. Tune in this afternoon, 3 to 6, for DeMarco Travis and Marcus Grant live from Rams training camp at LMU. Training camp coverage on ESPN LA, powered by Waba Grill. It's for you. And Wednesday, we're going to be out there at Rams training camp at LMU, and expected to join us, Myles Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. BC, what do you got?
Fast Track.
Well, speaking of the man himself, Myles Garrett, it was dropped today, the Madden 99 Club. So they don't do 100 overalls in the Madden game, so 99 is the best overall you could get. He is, again, in a 99 club with also Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, JSN, Jamar Chase, and Trey McBride. But it's the first time in a few years since I think Kelsey and Mahomes were two players on the same team, 99 overall.
Yep.
And it's the Rams' first, 99 player overall since the man himself, 99 Aaron Donald, who had it, I think, a record 8 years in a row.
Wow.
So record over all video games.
Yep.
What do you have to say here about Myles Garrett, Matthew Stafford getting 99s? But more importantly, I always find it hilarious that the guys, we'll see them come out because all the rankings will drop here in the next couple weeks of the viral videos of, what do you think your ranking is?
How can they only make me 79?
Yeah, they take it seriously. Yeah. Players do.
Steve Avila did not like how he looked in the game, too. He's like, it looked nothing like me.
Yeah. Players definitely pay attention to it. Now, I wonder if there's a correlation. Like, if you're a 99, does that automatically mean you're great, or do people flame out of 99 seasons?
I don't think so.
I guess because of injury.
Right.
Like Stafford, if Stafford's healthy, he's going to have a monster year, but he's old. He might not stay healthy the whole season.
Is there another, I don't know if you have this or not, Bri, but are there rankings for any other quarterbacks?
Josh Allen is also a 99.
He's a 99
that's the only
also.
one that have come out so far. Yeah.
So the two 99s are Matthew Stafford and Josh Allen. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll be interested to see the rankings, and players do get pissed off. How can I be that low? All right, so, John, I wanted to bring this up. We're talking about Rams here.
Okay.
Sean McVay, and let's see if we can divine what he's saying. Here's Sean McVay on Aaron Donald, and let's figure out what he means.
And I'm sure everybody's wondering about Aaron. He is going through his process, and he is putting himself in a position to make a decision, and he's earned the right to be able to do that. And for those of you guys that do know Aaron, he's very diligent. Anything that he does all in. And so he's going through a very strict regimen and process that was similar to what he did when he played, see how his body responds and feels. And then we've had some things that we'll just kind of, check up on each other, and then we'll see when we have more information whether or not we're going to give it a go or whether or not he's going to continue to enjoy what he's been doing for the last couple years. But if that is something that he wants to do, we are going to, try to be able to make that happen. And so, but I genuinely do not have an answer on whether he is or isn't. I know he's preparing himself to be able to make that decision, and if he feels good, then you guys know he's going to be ready to rock. But if not, he's earned the right. He doesn't owe us anything, and he's a special person. You guys know what he means to me.
Okay. Is it yes? Is it maybe? Is it no?
I think that he doesn't put himself through this process if the intent is to not play.
Right. So
I think it's going to happen.
How about you? That he's going to be a Philadelphia 76er because of how many times Sean McVay said process.
Makes you think he's coming back, don't you?
I do think he's coming back. Like, there's been talk in previous seasons about him coming back. But something about the Myles Garrett thing and the idea of being able to play on that line with the sack leader, I just, the two of them together are going to be a wrecking crew. And I think it's dangled out there too long to not be real.
I agree with you. I'd be shocked if it doesn't happen at this point.
Hey, did you see Roki Sasaki had a great start over the weekend?
Yeah, I watched the whole game. He looked great.
Do you know what they're saying? He was tipping his pitches. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but they gave him a bigger glove.
To keep him from revealing what he's throwing?
Exactly.
I spent a lot of time with Eric Karros over the weekend, and he thinks Sasaki has figured some stuff out, but he said, and I thought about this, he goes, he probably won't get a postseason start.
No.
But maybe they could use him in the bullpen like they used him last year.
Oh, you could absolutely slide him into the bullpen.
By the way, Karros showed me an amazing video.
Oh, yeah?
So a bunch of these guys were hanging out.
Yep.
And they asked Shohei, have you ever golfed? And Shohei said no. So somebody handed him a driver. And they said, just see how you do here. And it was a right-handed driver, and he completely crushed it. Like, has never played golf in his life, just completely, launched it. And, I mean, he's one of those guys that's good at everything. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up this thing, John. You sent something by about aura. People's aura.
What is your aura? Do you think you have one? I don't necessarily think I have one.
I think there's a Mason aura. It's kind of like...
How would you describe it?
Kind of dumb and jokey.
So, to me, if someone asks you what your aura is, and you either kind of have it or you don't.
Right.
And so they did all that SEC media days.
Right.
And the new Arkansas football coach is a guy named Ryan Silverfield. So they said, what's your aura? And he tried to answer it. And the conclusion I came to, I'll let you play it, but the conclusion I came to is if you have to describe your aura, you probably don't have one. Listen to this.
I love it. I never thought coming here today, these last couple of days that people would talk about aura. First off, I don't know what the hell that means. Like I said all along, I don't. If it's about fashion or all that stuff, certainly have no aura. But if it's about having a presence about yourself, those that are around me know that at least I'm a genuine, real dude. And I think you talk to our players, they get a presence around me, they get it. And if aura means being cool, doing all those things, well, listen, I got a hot wife for a reason, right? I mean, I can get down. I can recite, Notorious B.I.G. lyrics. I can recite, whatever you want me to do. Let's go. But I've got enough aura, enough to find ways to win football games, and that's all that matters.
He's got a hot wife, so he can coach, John.
Well, a lot of people remember.
Is she hot?
Remember the movie Moneyball?
Yeah,
And
sure.
they were trying to draft players, and they said, we can't draft that guy.
Yep.
And they said, why? He goes, ugly girlfriend. Has no confidence.
That's so funny. That is so funny.
You know who
So
has
a lot
aura?
of times if you do have a hot wife, it does indicate that you have confidence.
You know who has aura? Bob Chesney.
Yeah,
the
the Ches does.
has aura.
He's got an aura.
He's out there aura farming.
His aura is, I don't want to go on Mason and Ireland.
Yeah.
That is his aura.
That is our one-sided beef with the Ches, is that he is ducking Mason and Ireland.
What happens when you ask for him?
Is that, oh, he's busy right now. Oh, we can do this date maybe in 2 weeks. And then I say, okay, check back in 2 weeks. And they say, oh, no, he's busy then. So it's not like
So they're blowing
F
us
you
off.
guys. Yeah, but it's just.
Well, Lincoln Riley blows us off, too.
Exactly.
Well, we don't even bother asking.
I will say Lincoln Riley does not have the same aura that Bob Chesney has.
No, Lincoln Riley's aura is, I know more than you, so don't bother me.
And are you a reporter? I don't really want to talk to you.
You know what the kids are calling aura farming, right?
No.
So aura farming is like when you're trying to do things that are in a corny way to kind of get aura from people. So it's like if you're trying to, like, for example, people might accuse Jason Tatum at times of attempting to aura farm when he has his like kind of corny post-game speeches and stuff. Like when he was trying to do like anything is possible after they won. That was his attempt at aura farming to get that. But unlike Jason Tatum, Kevin Grant had true aura when he did that. You know, it's like you're trying to have aura and you don't.
So I went on to artificial intelligence and I asked, what is Steve Mason's aura?
Okay.
They don't know.
Veteran credibility, more than 30 years of Los Angeles sports.
Not aura.
Instant credibility. Dry confidence, rarely forces jokes, lets sarcasm and timing do the work. Long-standing relationships with athletes, coaches, actors. They don't do a typical interview with them. Willing to be the butt of a joke when it's funny.
But none of this is aura.
Comfortable moving from sports into movies, music, travel, and pop culture. The occasional tech hiccup or gadget frustration costs a few aura points and sometimes analyzes a topic one layer deeper than anyone asked.
That's none of that is describing aura. That's just describing things about you.
Well, I think there's like, I mean, John, how would you? It's better coming from you. What do you think? I know John Ireland's aura.
Country club.
Yeah. Well, my aura is kind of. I would describe my own aura as oblivious nerd. That would be me.
But you also have a lot of credibility. Credibility is a huge part of your aura.
But I don't know what credibility brings anymore.
Oh,
you know,
no.
because
People
most
take you
players,
seriously, John.
most players now just go. Most athletes, most coaches just go directly to their own social media, right?
Sure.
So, I mean, you and I are we got to kind of create stuff on our own.
But I think when you
I
about
think
the
both,
Lakers, people pay attention.
I think, well, they disagree with me a lot, though. Sure. I mean, like, I wanted LeBron back. The 95% of the audience doesn't.
Right.
But the interesting thing about one thing that I would use to describe both of us is for whatever reason, we are comfortable in our own skin.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we're not like trying to impress anybody at this point.
No, I'm not.
We just
very
don't
impressed.
care. we were trying to make the other guy laugh, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, go listen to something else.
Hey, you know who's online right now?
Whom?
Our friend Stan Barrett is going to join us.
I love that.
Coming up next, great guy. He's doing a big charity golf thing. We'll get into it with him next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN.
Hey, John Ireland here. Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got a Life Source whole house water system. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. Upgrade your water and your life with Life Source. I did, and I'll never go back. Call the Life Source California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Life Source water, it's not just better, it's essential. Life Source. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Prizes, flyaways, even
Cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Empower. Katie got a VIP box for the postseason. She worked with Empower to help her get good at money so she can be a little bad. She planned well and was able to bring the whole family.
Who wants homemade egg salad sandwiches?
Even Beth.
Horseradish? Anyone? How about some tuna on rye?
Aw, strike 3, Beth. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Harry Douglas here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of that guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's delicious, portable, zero sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on the summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com and on Amazon.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
Ultimately, Mason's a negative guy, man. You know, you just got to take it like that.
The biggest show on the radio.
Hey, by the way, I'm not a negative guy. I'm really a positive guy, just to be clear.
It doesn't sound like it to me.
Steve Mason and John Ireland right now.
All right. Our guest right now is, we loved him on ESPN. He's still out there doing great stuff. He's on the Hard Rock Hotline, brought to you by Hard Rock Casino Tejon. It is the Stan Barrett. Stan, how are you, man?
Hey, guys. May, John, great to talk to you guys.
Great to talk to you, Stan. Okay, so I've got a lot of questions for you, but here's my first one. Since you left Sports Center, I'm always amazed, Stan, that when the season ends, I play more golf, and I think my handicap is going to get better, but it rarely does. It just kind of stays the same. Since you left Sports Center, has your handicap gone up or down?
It went down, and then it went back up. So
Story of my life,
when I originally left.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I originally left, I was playing a lot, practicing a lot, went on a buddy's trip, 20 of us, to Whistling Straits last year, and I was net 5 under for the 3 days.
Good for you.
Closest guy to me was net 16 over. And they all got together, and they're like, we need to find him a job because he's playing too much golf, and it appears he's trying to subsidize his income by beating us at golf. So
there you go.
So now
then
go ahead.
Football season came around, and I'm originally from New Orleans, and the Saints called, and they wanted me to do a pregame show that they were starting on NewOrleansSaints.com. So I did that. And then the Clippers called and said, hey, we need a pregame, halftime, postgame host. So I started doing that. And then the Clippers were on FanDuel Sports Network, may it rest in peace. And we started doing an afternoon show on FanDuel Sports Network. So all of a sudden I had 3 jobs, one of them in the afternoon, which precluded me from playing as much golf as I was before. Then it went back up.
I got you.
Now, you're down in New Orleans right now. You're working with Mike Leaves. Describe what's going on down there.
So it's the Advocates PGA Tour, the APGA. It is a developmental tour to help predominantly minority players get professional experience and try to get to the PGA Tour. And Michael set up a celebrity pro-am today leading into their professional event on Tuesday and Wednesday here at at TPC, Louisiana. We just got off the course. Currently, we are tied for 5th. My group is tied for 5th.
That's not bad.
Still some teams out on the course. But, we played pretty well.
Stan Verrett joining us. Stan, do you miss, I would imagine there are parts of Sports Center that you miss and parts that you're very relieved that you're not working until midnight every night. How do you feel about not doing Sports Center anymore?
The great part about my career now is that I pick only projects that I'm really passionate about. And that's primarily the NBA and the NFL. those have always been my two favorite things. Now, ESPN is ESPN. I mean, it's SportsCenter. It's an iconic brand, and being associated with it for as long as I was a fantastic thing. But it was the same thing every day. So then I go to the Clippers, and I'm doing a pregame show, postgame show, halftime show. You guys know what that's like. There's no script. Yep. I'm in the arena working with Jim Jackson and Brent Barry. So it's a whole different set of muscles that I really didn't get to exercise as a broadcaster. And at this point in my career, it's great to do it. And then the FanDuel show, I did it from my house. I live downtown in L.A., and, we set up a studio in my house, and, there's no prompter, there's no script. It's again, just a totally different kind of thing. And then the Saints pregame show was live from the Superdome for home games. And again, no script, no teleprompters, just me and Scott Shanley, who was on the Super Bowl team in 2009. So doing these things that I really, really enjoy, that I'm really passionate about, and having new and exciting experiences that challenge me at this point in my career has just been really fulfilling. So, it's not SportsCenter in terms of the level of exposure, but for me, it's been great because it's subject matter that I really care about, that I'm really passionate about, that I'm a fan of, and it's challenging. And then recently I started doing play-by-play for the Big Three on CBS. For
nice.
Who asked me to come on and work with it. Yeah, so I'd never done basketball play-by-play before, and John, I'm sure you appreciate this. I had nightmares before my first game that I sat down at the desk and I was totally unprepared.
Oh, I bet.
And I spent 2 weeks. Preparing, and then the night before the games, I was terrified, because I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be like. I've done football play-by-play before, but I've never done basketball play. I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be like. I don't know if I'm going to be good at it. I don't know, And then, I settled in, and Jim Jackson's tremendous. And he said, no, don't worry. I mean, we'll be great. Don't worry about it. And, it all worked out. So having these new experiences is just fantastic.
So I want to ask you some NFL stuff while we got you, Stan.
Okay.
Let's, I am a huge Rams fan, Rams season ticket holder. We are clearly, according to Vegas, like the favorites to win everything. Do you think Aaron Donald's coming back? What's the impact of Aaron Donald? How do you think the Rams are going to be?
Tell you what, those workout videos are scary, man.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is a monster. I mean, I couldn't pick up some of those dumbbells with two hands and just pick them up off the floor.
Yep.
Right.
And he's throwing them up with one hand, like 20 reps with like 110-pound dumbbells, just crazy stuff. And I mean, if he comes back, and then you have Myles Garrett as well, and then with that offense, I mean, it's all stacking up like the Rams could be a real powerhouse, this season. So, I mean, they're going to be really, really good without him. But if he comes back and he's 80% of the Aaron Donald we remember, there's big trouble for everybody else.
We're talking to our friend Stan Verrett, who is at a charity golf event down in Louisiana where Stan is from. And, Stan, you mentioned you've done some work with the Saints. The Saints are a weird team. They've got some talent. Alvin Kamara is still on the roster. Chris Olave looks like he's going to be a star. I can't tell about Tyler Shuck. I'm curious what you think of him. They're in a division where if they could figure some things out, they could make some hay. How are you feeling about the Saints? Are they moving in the right direction or no?
Yeah, I think so. I think, Tyler Shuck, the cliche is that NFL quarterbacks really make their biggest leaps between year one and year two. And when he finally took over the starting job midway through the season last year, the Rams, that game against the Rams, he was terrible. I mean, they were all over him. That was his season debut. But then after that, he settled in, and he's had a great offseason. And, they got David Edwards from the Bills. They really needed some help at guard. They signed, Pro Bowl level player at guard to help with the offensive line. They drafted Jordan Tyson from Arizona State, who, for my money, is maybe the best receiver in the draft. They got Etienne from Jacksonville, Travis Etienne from Jacksonville, and they're going to do a 1-2 punch with him and Kamara in the backfield. So they've got a lot of pieces in place to help Shook with his development. And, the city's fallen in love with him. He's done, all the right things. Like, New Orleans is really, really provincial about the Saints. Like you can't, like, and this was the mistake Derek Carr made. You have to embrace the city when you come here. Like it's just required. Drew Brees was fantastic at that. You know, Grand Marshal of Mardi Gras parades and you know, like if you play for the Saints in New Orleans, all the players live in the city. Like there's no gated communities here or anything like that. Players live amongst the people, and the people leave them alone. But you have to embrace the city, and Chuck's done a great job of that. He's a big, strong kid with a big arm. I mean, he's got everything that it takes. I'm really bullish on Kellen Moore as an offensive mind. I mean, we saw what he did in Philly, and it's just a matter of him getting the right pieces in place, and he's putting those pieces in place now. And then I think the defense is going to be really good. Chase Young last year was hurt for the first 6 games and still had double-digit sacks. If he's healthy the whole year, I think he could be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. They got some young DBs who, you know, have to keep developing. You know, the back end of the defense might be the biggest question mark, but they should have a good pass rush, and the offense should be pretty good. So, you know, it's been an adjustment because, you know, it was Sean Payton and Drew Brees for 15 years.
Forever.
You know, and you know, head coach and quarterback in the NFL, you get that figured out. That's a big part of it. And the Saints had that figured out for, you know, a decade and a half. And so then it's been kind of a quarterback carousel the last few years. And then, you know, Kellen Moore came in last year. So, I mean, it looks like this is the beginning of something special. I don't know, you know, if they're ready to challenge the Buccaneers, because I think Baker Mayfield has found a home in Tampa, and he's been fantastic for them. You know, they're going to play good defense with Todd Bowles. Atlanta has Bijan Robinson, who's going to be one of the scrimmage leaders in overall yards in the NFL. And then Bryce Young finally started to live up to his draft position last year in Carolina, and they ran the ball really well. So there's no world beaters in the NFC South, but all the teams are pretty good and looking to take the next step.
I know you're doing a lot of work with the Clippers, and that leads me to this question. What do you think of the Lakers rebuild?
Look, I mean, on paper, it looks like Doncic throwing lobs to Walker Kessler and Austin Reeves beating people off the dribble. I mean, it looks like, you know, they got a good, nice trio up front. I'm worried about their depth. But, you know, those 3 guys, despite the fact that they're white, as everybody seems to have pointed out.
Oh, yeah, no, it gets pointed out all the time.
They're 3 really, really good players. And, you know, I think, you know, J.J. Redick, man, is locked in. And, I don't know. Like, I've seen people say that they could be as high as the 4 seed in the West. I don't know about that. Because there's a lot of good teams in the West.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, they're a playoff team for sure. Now, beyond that, you know, I could see them the 6 seed in the West, maybe the 5, you know, but, you know, you just got to see how the other pieces fit together and what happens when Doncic isn't in the game. What happens then?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's funny because everybody seems to know exactly how this is going to play out, and you throw a bunch of different players together, and you don't know how the pieces add up and how long it takes to develop that. So anybody that says they know exactly how the Lakers will look, I think we just don't know.
Are they going to get Kuminga, you think?
I don't, Stan. I think that he's probably going to Cleveland, but it could happen until he signs. I think it could happen, and I'm actually, unlike Mace, I'm not like completely down on the Clippers. I think that if the Kawhi trade goes through, I think they've got some good building blocks. I like the kid they drafted, the guard out of Illinois, and I think the Clippers, as long as they can keep Ty Lue, could get back into the postseason. So I don't think either the Lakers or the Clippers are going to be favored to go to the conference finals, but I think they both could have good seasons.
Yeah. All right, let's make sure everybody knows where you are. Stan Verrett, you are at the Michael Eaves Classic in Narlands, and we appreciate you coming on here. Anything else you want to promote?
No, I'm going to be doing the Big 3 with Ice Cube in Atlanta.
Nice.
Next weekend on CBS. And
is our friend O'Shea Jackson Jr. the sideline guy?
Yeah, O'Shea and Chris Haynes. do the sidelines, and then Jim is our color analyst. So it's a great league. It's a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying it. The rest of the stuff, it's like, the Clippers, we don't know where they're going to be on TV and what that's going to look like yet with all the regional sports network movement in the NBA. I did some NBA TV, and hope to do some more of that.
Nice.
So, again, I'm doing stuff that's fun, that I enjoy.
That's
good
awesome,
for you,
man.
It's great to talk to you.
Yeah.
And good. Hey, go get some birdies. Come from behind. Get out of the fifth spot.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it,
See
man.
you, man.
There is the great Stan Verrett joining us on the Hard Rock Hotline. Brought to you by Hard Rock Casino Tajon. Experience gaming, dining, and live entertainment at the easiest drive from downtown L.A. Got to be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. That was nice to catch up with him.
Yeah, great guy.
Monday traffic in L.A. already, it's a lot. Everybody comes out for Monday, and everybody's got to get to work, and you see accidents all the time. And
if you're involved in one of those, put this number in your phone. Just trust us on this.
Yep.
You don't know when you're going to need it, but you'll be glad you'll have it if you need it. 800-345-6789. Basically, just count from 3 to 9. That is the law office of Jacob Emrani. 800-345-6789. And we're not just talking into the sky, Mace. You have done this yourself.
I have done it myself. And by the way, whatever accident you have, it's got its own set of difficulties. Like, for example, car accident, you got to deal with the other driver. Commercial vehicle, like a van or a truck, you got to deal with the other driver and the insurance company for the company. Uber, Lyft, again, different layers of insurance. The one guy who can sort it all out and handle it for you and get you the compensation you deserve is Jacob Emrani. As John said, I called him myself. I trust him. You can trust him too. 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Or remember, call Jacob.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Why are you sweating so much?
No, this guy's been sweating all day.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
It was like that. So he was in my, he was in my studio. He was in my studio recording.
Why does she always do that? She always outs me. No one needed to know that.
Sweat's pouring off.
Now you got him started.
No.
See, look, you've been doing this to your whole family your whole life, huh? You're the fire starter.
I'm not, actually.
We sitting here chilling, having a great convo. You got to tell the world I'm sweating.
Okay, you do know you're on YouTube and people can see you sweating.
How many times are you going to have to change your drawers today?
Once. Damn it, when I get home.
Like, people are asking, why is people are watching YouTube, and if you haven't,
you're like Tiger Woods when he's sweating at dinner.
It ain't because Michael Irvin stuff. No, I told you.
Sugar.
Same thing. Every Tuesday, I do that leg workout, and it takes me like forever to cool down.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Football season is back, and ESPN LA and Waba Grill have your chance to win. Tune in to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show the week of August 3rd for the Waba Grill Trivia Question of the Day. Be caller number 7 with the correct answer, and you'll score a $50 Waba Grill gift card. Every daily winner is automatically entered into Friday's random drawing for an unforgettable VIP game day experience. Listen all week on ESPN LA. Waba Grill, an LA original.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen. Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
And it is time on Mason and Ireland for the final segment. The final segment of the show, always Game of Games time, presented by the one and only Jacob Emrani.
Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. And yes, that new telephone number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
Hi, this is Jacob Emrani.
Game of Games made possible by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. Let's do it. Game of Games time on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and all the way from Idaho, it's John Ireland's game today. We are joined by Frankie D. Fresh, who is one of our interns here. Frankie, what is your actual name?
Frank Rodardi.
Frank Rodardi. Let's go with Frankie D. Fresh.
And Frankie D. Fresh has already won this month.
Oh, and then Frankie, this counts for 2 because we're in the last week, so you can really make an imprint.
So, what's our overall score?
Here's our overall score. Mason's in the lead with 3 wins this month. Andy and myself are tied for 2 wins. Oh, and you, John, too. Andy, myself, and John have 2 wins. And then here's people with 1 win. Brian, Jacob, Lance, Madeline, Pepe, Frankie DeFresh, Geeter, Travis, and
Wow. Okay.
Wait, Mason has the lead.
Yes, he does. He's having a very good month. I don't want to celebrate too soon, but I got this.
Okay.
I got this.
So here's
month
the game
of the
today.
Mace.
This is a game called Just Got Paid.
Okay.
With NFL training camps opening up, I have a list of the highest paid players at each position.
Okay.
Now, for the purposes of this game, it will be the amount of money they make this year.
Okay.
Some guys have long-term guaranteed money, longer contracts, but this is just their annual salary for 2026.
Got it.
All right, I'll give you 3 choices. You tell me who the highest paid is.
Okay.
Number 1, the highest paid quarterback in the NFL this year will make $64 million. Is it A, Patrick Mahomes, B, Dak Prescott, C, Joe Burrow? Brian, Mahomes, Prescott, or Burrow?
Prescott.
Emily.
Dak.
Mace.
I think it's Dak.
Frankie.
Big waste of money, Dak.
You all missed it. It's Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes making $64 million this year.
Wow.
All right, question 2. The highest paid running back will make $20.6 million this year. So between 20 and 21 million, 20 and 0.6. Is it A, Derrick Henry, B, Christian McCaffrey, C, Saquon Barkley? Henry, McCaffrey, or Barkley, Emily?
Ooh, I'm going to go Barkley.
Okay, Mace.
Also going Barkley.
Frankie.
McCaffrey.
Brian.
McCaffrey.
The answer is Saquon Barkley, and Mace and Emily are on the board.
Let's go.
All right, question 3. Mace, this one coming to you.
Okay.
The highest paid wide receiver this year will make $42 million. Is it A, Jamar Chase, B, Jackson Smith and Jigba, or C, Justin Jefferson? Chase, JSN, or Jefferson, Mace?
Normally it's the guy who gets paid last, so I will go JSN.
All right, Frankie.
JSN.
Brian.
Jamar Chase.
Emily.
Jamar Chase.
The answer is JSN, and Steve Mason has taken the lead. All right.
Month of the Mace.
Month of the Mace.
Frankie, this one coming to you. The highest paid tight end will make $37.5 million this year. Is it A, Trey McBride, B, George Kittle, or C, Travis Kelce? McBride, Kittle, or Kelce? Frankie.
Let's go McBride.
Brian.
Show me Kittle.
Emily.
Kittle.
Mace.
Kittle.
The answer is Trey McBride, and
Frankie
has tied. And Brian, you are alive for Lucky Loser.
Come on.
This is a tough one.
Emily's just a loser with just 1.
All right, Mace 2, Frankie 2, Emily 1, Brian Bupkis. Back to UBC. The highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL this season will make $30.1 million. Is it A, Penei Sewell, B, Rashawn Slater, or C, Laramie Tunsil? Sewell, Slater, or Tunsil? Brian.
Rashawn Slater.
Emily.
I think it is Rashawn Slater.
Mace.
I'm with the crowd.
Frankie.
I'm going Sewell.
The answer is Laramie Tunsil.
We all missed it again.
So it stays Frankie 2, Mace 2, Emily 1, BC. Still alive. All right, Emily, this one to you. The highest paid cornerback in the NFL this year will make $31 million. Is it A, Sauce Gardner, B, Trent McDuffie, or C, Derek Stingley? Gardner, McDuffie, or Stingley, Emily?
McDuffie.
Mace.
She said that with confidence.
No, I didn't.
I will go Sauce Gardner.
Okay, Frankie.
Stingley.
Brian.
Sauce Gardner.
The answer is Trent McDuffie, and we have a three-way tie for first.
Emily, did you know that?
I just figured the whole last person thing.
paid.
All right. Emily 2, Mace 2, Frankie 2, Brian still alive.
Still alive,
Lucky
Brian.
Loser. All right,
This is
Mace,
a hard game.
This one to you. The highest paid safety this season will make $26.4 million. Is it A, Derwin James, B, Kyle Hamilton, or C, Antoine Winfield? James, Hamilton, or Winfield? Mace.
Hamilton.
Frankie.
James.
Brian.
Hamilton.
Emily.
Derwin James.
Brian, I'm sorry. It's Kyle Hamilton.
You were trying to miss it.
Was.
Yeah.
Mace takes the lead. He has 3, 2 for Frankie, 2 for Emily, 1 for BC. And let me see how many are left. 1, 2, and a tiebreaker.
Okay, so I probably got to go first now?
This is a very hard game, John. Not
It is
any of us
tough.
are getting it right.
It is tough.
Okay, but Mace, Brian, you have to go opposite of Mace. Em and Frankie, you don't have to yet. The highest paid edge rusher will make $50 million this season. Is it A, Myles Garrett, B, Micah Parsons, or C, Will Anderson? Garrett, Parsons, or Anderson, Mace?
I will say Garrett.
You're saying Myles Garrett?
Yes.
Okay. Frankie, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, or Will Anderson?
I'm gonna go Parsons. I'm gonna take a risk.
That would be the one.
Emily.
Risk.
I think I'm also going Parsons.
Okay. Brian, you have to go Parsons or Anderson.
I'll go Will Anderson.
You are correct, sir. It is
Still
Will
alive.
Anderson, and everybody's in it. Mace says, Mace, don't clip her this thing.
No, I'm trying not to.
You get
It's the
this
month of
right,
Mace.
and you win it.
Okay.
Everybody else is one back.
Go me. All right.
All right, Mace. The highest paid kicker this season will make $7.4 million. Is it A, Brandon Aubrey, B, Chris Boswell, or C, Harrison Butker? Aubrey, Boswell, or Butker? Mace.
No, he's a free agent. I'll say he got paid. I will say Aubrey.
Okay. I will let Frankie, Brian, and Emily know that Mason has missed it.
Ooh!
So you guys can tie him if you get this right. It is either Chris Boswell or Harrison Butker. Frankie.
Gonna go Boswell.
Brian.
I'll go Butler.
Emily.
My boy, Chris Boswell.
Chris Boswell is the correct answer. Brian is out.
Taking me.
Three-way tie between Emily, Mace, and Frankie.
Okay.
Get something to write
Let's go.
with.
Let's go.
Get something to write on.
I'll get.
Okay.
Go ahead.
If you made a list of the 50 highest paid coaches in American sports, all of those coaches would come from either NFL football, college football, NBA basketball, or college basketball. Those 4 sports. According to Sportico, how many NFL coaches are in the top 50? In other words, there's the 50 highest paid coaches in American sports. How many of them are NFL coaches? So we need a number from Emily, a number from Mace, and a number from Frankie. Don't tell me what it is, but Frankie, do you have a number?
Yes.
Emily, do you have a number?
Yes.
Mace, do you have a number?
Yes.
Well, Mace, what is your number?
27.
Emily, what's yours?
12.
Frankie?
23.
We have a winner. for double points? The answer is 19, and Frankie D. Fresh wins again.
Let's go. I'm coming for the month.
Wow. You're now tied for the lead, Frankie.
Yeah.
With Mace.
You're out for the rest of the week.
Best day
Frankie.
ever.
You're
Best
done.
day ever.
You're done. You're not playing anymore. I don't really like
Way to
it.
go,
Taking your ball,
Frankie.
you're going home.
Yeah.
No, we got to invite Frankie. No, we got to invite Frankie to play again this weekend so he can win it.
All right. Well,
Let's do
Frankie boxed out some time for us.
All right. Nice work, Frankie.
Frankie, way to go, man.
Good job, man.
Mace, you kind of clippered that,
I
man. You had the
totally
lead
clippered
with 2 to go, and you missed them both.
The kicker one killed me.
Yeah.
That killed me.
Chris
Game of
Boswell
Games,
just
by the way,
signed.
presented by Call Jacob Injury Hotline, the only number LA trust after an accident, 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Em, did you have something?
I just said Chris Boswell just signed his contract this
did he
offseason, which is why I knew that.
He was the last guy
I
paid.
think Aubrey did too, though, Mace. You weren't off on your thinking.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, we're going to mix it up with Travis and DeMarco and Marcus Grant, who are out at LMU for Rams training camp. That is coming up next. Some super crosstalk. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
If I'm Derek Carr, and I want to win a Super Bowl before I'm done.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
How about this? You look at Stafford's record, you look at how Stafford plays and the amount of time that he misses, which is very, very minimal, and you say, hey, look, if you're the Rams and you don't have what you call a viable backup quarterback, why would you not at least knock on the door of Derek Carr? Now you've got a 34-year-old veteran quarterback who's started probably a couple hundred games in his career. And now, Ty Simpson, you're our third-string quarterback, and Stetson Bennett, in theory, could be the odd man out. But if backup quarterback is a critical position for the Rams because of Stafford's age and injury history, then getting a real backup quarterback, someone with real experience, might be on the Rams' radar.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Not sure what to do this week? The answer is always Cosm. Here's your Cosm calendar for the week of July 27th. WWE SummerSlam nights 1 and 2 are in the Cosm Dome this Saturday and Sunday. Surround yourself in the sights and sounds of one of the WWE's biggest events of the year. And there's no better way to experience every slam, strike, and finish than in shared reality on a gigantic 87-foot wraparound LED display. Go to Cosm.com right now to lock in your seats for all the heart-pounding action. You don't want to miss this. And while you're locking in tickets to SummerSlam, don't forget your tickets to see Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, The Matrix, and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And don't sleep on the food options at Cosm. Ahi Poke Tostadas, Barbacoa Tacos, Double Wagyu Smash Burgers, Wings, Pepperoni, and Hot Honey Pizza, to name a few amazing food options. And that's not all. There's cocktails and ice cold beer on every level. And that includes the Cosm Hall and the Cosm Deck. Cosm really does have it all. Visit Cosm.com and secure your tickets this week. That's Cosm.com. That's your Cosm calendar.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
What's up, guys?
Rams camp is what's up, man.
Yeah,
Camp, man.
Exactly.
This is beautiful grass. It really is. Is that bad to say in California? This is just gorgeous, gorgeous
I have
grass.
some at home.
We got 100 yards of it here. This is just, this is why people want to come out to Cali, like free agency, recruiting, whatnot. I mean, you can do this year round like this. You know what I mean? You go someplace else, you got to go indoors. It's just
okay, so for people
good time for training camp.
Yeah, for people who don't know, Travis hosts the Rams pre- and post-game show, and DeMarco's a part of both of those and does sidelines for all the Ram games. So you guys are seriously invested. I'm starting to worry, and Mason and I talked about this earlier in the show. I hope Ram fans enjoy the journey this year, Trav, and not look at this as Super Bowl or bust, which is what I'm afraid is starting to happen. What do you think?
Well, if 99 decides to join the party, I think it's Super Bowl or bust, and it would be hard to convince anybody otherwise. I understand your point, and I think it's a good one, but I think when you see what they did last year, when you see how close they got last year, when you see how they kind of had a couple of mistakes in the kicking game that meant that game was up in Seattle as opposed to in L.A., and that might have been the difference of the whole thing, that your MVP is back, that you got 2 wide receivers. Like the whole team, every person I've walked by here today has mentioned, have you seen Myles Garrett yet? It's like they've unleashed this guy. So I understand your point, John, but I think Rams fans are all in on this as a Super Bowl or bust.
I think it would be criminal not to go pedal to the metal. When you walk around and just look at this
DeMarco,
football
you
team,
think the season's a failure if they don't reach the
I wouldn't
Super
even
Bowl?
go there. I would say your goal is to end up in the Super Bowl. That's what this team is constructed for. That's why you have a $200 million offense. That's why you have a guy like Myles Garrett here. So it's not about success or failure. This is a championship caliber roster. This is the way they've built it. When you go back and look at the issues from last season, cornerback and special teams, they fixed them all. And then you added Myles Garrett. And you have the reigning MVP at quarterback. You should be thinking Super Bowl. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'll put this out here. I will ask, you guys can all answer. Does this feel a little bit like the Dodgers before 2024? They had just gotten Shohei in. Mm-hmm. They had come up short a few times. There was some disappointment there. It was a little bit different, right? Because, Dave Roberts was sort of managing for his job a little bit in 2024. I don't think you can say the same about Sean McVay, but there are expectations here that, sort of were like what the Dodgers were a couple of years ago.
Was Dave coaching for his job then?
Oddly enough, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Mason was calling for his head if he didn't make the World Series that year.
This is the inverse. I told that
this is not that for McVay.
No, talking about this with Travis, would you say if Sean McVay never coached another game, that he's a Hall of Fame head coach?
Oh, good question.
I think
close.
It's a no-brainer, yes.
I think the answer is yes also.
He's got a 62% winning percentage. He's only missed the playoffs twice.
Okay.
He's won the Super Bowl.
Or so wins, I think.
He's got close.
92, 103 with playoffs.
If they win DeMarco, if they win the
NFL
Super Bowl
franchise
this year, the discussion's over.
Slam dunk. But of everybody I've asked, and it's not that many. I mean, Travis said yes immediately. I think almost everybody said yes immediately, which shocked the hell out of me. It's only been 10 years. But when you look at the numbers,
John
Madden
Madden only coached 10 years.
Right. That's the difference between the Dodgers and the Rams. And when they ask me, is this the most talented team I've ever seen? Player-wise, it might be. But what those other teams did not have is an experienced coach like Sean McVay.
Yep.
All the beats, everything he learned. The first thing they did in training camp this year was practice punt and punt return. That's new. That's a guy that's learning. That's a guy that took notes. It's so important. Look what it did to us last year. So that's what I mean. You have a guy like that as your head coach with this talented team. Yeah, you should be thinking Super Bowl.
If the Rams don't make the Super Bowl from the NFC, who does? Like, who's the team? Is it Seattle? Is it somebody else? DeMarco, you first. If the Rams get tripped up, who trips them?
I don't have the guts to pick beyond the defending champs. I'll say them. Outside choice, San Fran. It's coming out of here. That's how I feel, out of the West.
I wonder if they don't kind of pick each other off a little bit, though. I think the other team that's always kind of in the mix is Philly, and I don't know if A.J. Brown being gone changes that a lot, but they're always feel like they're right in the mix. They've kind of been the nemesis for the Rams throughout the last couple of years. They haven't been able to get by that. So if I couldn't pick the Rams, I think I might take Philly. Marcus?
Yeah, go ahead, Marcus.
I was gonna say, I'll give you maybe a dark horse, a little bit outside the box. What about the Lions? I know last year was not a great year for them, but I think they had some bad luck. They had some injuries.
A lot of them.
They've been close. I mean, they have been knocking on the door for a few years now, and that's going to be a dogfight in that division as well. But they could somehow come out of it.
Great question. Would you call that run a failure? Because they were loaded, they were confident. I mean, they were biting kneecaps.
Not for the Lions.
Yeah.
The Lions
right.
operate in.
It's the Lions.
Right.
This is the greatest era of Lions football, isn't it? Probably.
Yeah, it probably is.
Well,
yeah.
that's
This
not
is
a
the
very
greatest
long
era of
list.
Rams football.
More of a pamphlet.
Hey, Marcus, Mason and I both think the Dodgers should sit Shohei for a couple of weeks. Put him on a 15-day injured list. Let him try and get healthy. What do you think?
I mean, they should. They won't. They want the offense too much, and if they believe that hitting does not really affect the knee that much, and certainly Shohei is going to have a lot of input on how much he plays. I mean, I think ideally it would be great. You got a 12-game lead in the division. You're half a game up for the best record in baseball. You have a cushion, but I mean, let's be real. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not. Although the knee thing is concerning. Again, he was going to throw a bullpen this past weekend, couldn't throw the bullpen. He's struggling. He's scuffling right now at the plate on top of everything else. He's had a really, really bad week with a bunch of strikeouts. He doesn't look great at the plate right now, which I think is also a concern.
I think you have to take his word for it. If he's saying the knee is not bothering him when he's swinging the bat, I'll believe him that the knee's not bothering him when he swings the bat. That he goes stretches where he strikes out a lot. He's kind of a boom and bust guy that when he's hot, it doesn't feel like it, but he has long stretches where he doesn't hit a ton, and then it clicks back in, and he's Ohtani all over again for another 6 or 8 weeks. But he goes through stretches where he strikes out, just feeling seemingly every single at bat. So if he says the knee isn't bothering him to swing a bat, I wouldn't put him on the IL. But if he's even giving you that, I can deal with it, then sure, shut him down. But I think this is just a bad slump for him, and I think he's going to have to hit the gas in October with the pitching. I think this is one of the knee is not going to feel good until he's done with this season.
Right.
And
go ahead, Trev.
No, I was just going to say you got to get to the part that matters. You got to get to October. Let him deal with that knee, whatever it means. Go for it as best that you can, and then go get it fixed. I don't know if that's a repair or just get off of it for a few months, but I don't think that thing's going away anytime between now and the start of the postseason.
All right, let me ask you guys. I was with Eric Karros yesterday, and I asked him this, and I want to ask all you guys. So there was a game the other day. It was either in Philly or New York, where Shohei had a brain cramp. He looped a ball down the right field line. There were no outs, and it was a 1-1 game. So he's running into second, and he decides, I'm going to try and stretch it into a triple. And he gets thrown out. Complete bonehead play by Shohei. You never make the first out at third base because he had great hitters coming up behind him. And sure enough, the next guy got a single, and he would have scored. Does anybody say anything to Shohei?
No.
Yeah, I think you dress him down.
No.
I think you dress down the greatest player. What
do you? But Mace, no, I'm not suggesting anyone would ever dress him down. But do you say anything?
I think I think what you do is you just go in and repeat your rules.
Yeah, the rules of the road are
we
do not make the first or third out at third base in any inning.
You don't
do not. Yeah,
nothing specific.
I don't think you put him.
But you say it to the whole. You say it to the whole group.
You say to everybody. Everybody gets that message. Yes.
You have to say something.
Yes.
I don't think he gets dressed down, but you have to say something. Otherwise, it's one of these. I think DeMarco, you and I were talking about this with Aaron Donald. Like, if I'm going to coach you one way, I can't coach you a totally different way. And I know that Ohtani has a different set of rules, and it's just one of those. Maybe you just really, hey, look, you know that's a huge mistake, right?
Right.
Okay. Yep.
Right.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Let's move on.
Hey, last thing who do you got coming up? You're at Rams training camp at LMU. Do you know who you're going to have?
Les Snead is coming through at some point, right?
Les is coming through at some point,
and then
some guy named Matthew Stafford,
the reigning MVP.
Yeah.
I never got to say congratulations.
Well,
here's your chance.
Well, I
in a
can't
couple
say
hours.
it at camp now.
Why?
Why not? Because the season's on to the next year.
I'm going to say
I missed my. You're going to say?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
follow
say
you.
congratulations and then get on to camp. All right,
there we go. Okay.
Guys, have a good show. I'm going to be out here listening because I want to hear from Stafford, want to hear from Snead. By the way, we're going to be at training camp on Wednesday. We're going to talk to Myles Garrett on Wednesday.
Ooh.
Great time of year. Football is officially back. Training camp is open. Have fun, guys, and we will see everybody tomorrow at noon. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN.